ورجعنا لكم مرة أخرى على مسرح الجيمنج في مهرجان الامارات. أهلا فيكم جمهورنا ومشاهدينا. احنا الحين we are broadcasting live على قنوات MET وقنوات المهرجان. أهلا فيكم.
أهلا وسهلا فيكم في مهرجان الامارات Mother of the Nation. اليوم عندنا بطولة فورتنايت. أنت متحمسة حق فورتنايت؟
أوه ماي جاد، أنتم متحمسين حق فورتنايت؟
لا 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 لا، متحمسين حق فورتنايت؟ متحمسين حق فورتنايت؟ اي اوكي، احسهم شوي يعني.
خلينا نحمسهم اكثر. طبعا انتم تدرون ان عندنا بطوله هناك. We have a tournament going on gaming arena فيها بطولة فورتنايت، فعندنا فايزين متأهلين راح يلعبون اليوم مع أبطال في العالم للفورتنايت.
راح يلعبون مع لاعبين محترفين من حول العالم، كلهم موجودين معنا اليوم علشان يلعبون معاكم فورتنايت. عندنا جوائز قيمتها توصل إلى 25,000 درهم. كل اللي عليكم تسوونه تروحون عندنا على الإي سبورتس أرينا تشتركون في البطولة. عندنا 6 مباريات، في كل مباراة راح يكون عندنا فايز واحد. أكيد ما راح يكون واحد من المحترفين، راح يكون واحد منكم يفوز معنا بجائزة نقدية.
الكل معانا إن شاء الله اليوم راح يفوز، الكل راح يلعب and it's quality gaming you know. الكواليتي الحلو
في الموضوع إنه في جوائز
وما حد خسران.
ما حد خسران.
يعني انت قاعد تلعب مع بطل العالم للفورتنايت، وهذا شيء جدا جميل. وطبعا اللي تحبونهم السوشيال ميديا والجيمرز متواجدين معانا ايضا.
بالضبط.
Should we welcome our players?
خلينا نرحب فيهم. Let's welcome our players.
Let's welcome our players on stage. Prime.
صفقوا لهم. حمسوهم.
عبد الله من الامارات واكزت تامر من السعوديه. And we have our other players, A2KB, Teeqzy, and Payamz from France. Welcome. How are you? We have Payamz from France. We have Teeqzy from Belgium, A2KB, and we have our contestants, our little kids right there. Hi. شلونكم؟
أحسهم هم اللي راح يفوزون. أحسهم ما عليك أكيد داخلين يتكسرونهم. وين بتنط؟ أي منطقة بتنط فيها في اللعبة؟ وين بتسوي اللاندنج؟ مكان خاص ما راح يقول لهم. ما يبي يقول لهم.
He doesn't want to say where he's gonna go.
I'm not gonna tell you where I'm gonna land because I'm gonna destroy you guys. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
You ready? What do you think?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Born to play?
Born to play.
طبعا معاكم كل هذه اللاعبين محترفين في الفورتنايت. اليوم راح يكون يوم جدا مميز. Are you all ready to play?
I think they're all ready, but let me just ask them questions. So this is your first time here in Abu Dhabi?
Yes, first time.
What do you think about the festival?
The first what?
The festival. The Mother of Nations.
Oh, it's really nice event. Actually, it's really insane. The view is perfect. So, yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy my gameplay, etc. We'll see.
Hopefully. So, are we ready? Should we go to the casters?
Casters, the floor is yours. Let's start the game.
Fortnite!
Yes, hello guys and welcome back to day number 11 here. Yes, the penultimate day at the Mother of the Nations Festival 2019. We got some Fortnite action. I know all you lovely guys and girls out there, you've been going crazy for Fortnite thus far, so we thought why not just throw it in for the most of the day. And not only that, let's bring along some of the best pro players and influencers that you guys know and you guys love. I'm your boy John P, this is my man Sandstorm Daoud. This is my first cast of the day, and what better way to kick it off than some Fortnite?
Yeah, I mean, finally, we have an incredible crowd right now standing in front of us. We have an incredible, talented lineup, of course, on the stage for the first few games of Fortnite. I'm very excited. It's one thing that I think we've been waiting for such a long time.
It's funny, because I saw you record a video with a production earlier on where all we've had all day is all the kids waiting around the stage saying, is it Fortnite time? Fortnite. And as soon as we say Fortnite, we got all these lovely people turn up to watch some Fortnite.
I'm telling you, man, that's the secret. Just say Fortnite 3 times in front of a mirror, and then they're just going to sprout from out of the ground, out of nowhere.
Literally, like you just feel the earth shake.
Yeah.
It's like that scene out of Jurassic Park where the water starts shaking and you just know, yeah, something's going to happen. But obviously we have got lots of influencers and lots of pro players up here for you. The likes of E2KB, for example. I know he's really big out here in the Fortnite community. We got the pro players from the organisation Prism as well. We've got loads of other boys and girls up on the stage for you guys that are ready to go ahead and show you some of the best action. As you're just seeing some lovely shots of our overhead crowd here. We've got a lot of people down here to watch some Fortnite, man, and it's great to see.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe we have some players who actually qualified from the tournaments that we had throughout the festival, taking to the stage as well. That should be very exciting to see how these guys actually go up against these talented players from around the world, and we'll see how they play.
Well, I think they're deadly serious in the fact that they've all turned up with their own mouse, keyboards, and headsets. You know, so these guys have come to play. They're not going to disappoint. Like you said, we have got the qualifiers going on by the free-to-play gaming area as well. So these are some of the guys that are qualified through the tournament and into the game. And you can see already, I believe, that is one of the pro players from Prism on your screens right there. He's getting his game face on, ready to rock and roll into this one. As we're just waiting on the players to go ahead and load into the game. One thing I want to mention about this man on your screen is he is Fortnite through and through. From the t-shirt all the way down to the pants or trousers he's wearing, he's actually got the mat. As there you go, you see a lovely smile coming out.
I gotta say, I love his personality. I spoke to him for a little bit before actually jumping on board, and he's always a very happy kind of guy. And I can't wait to see how he actually plays in this game as well. And they were actually asking a few of the players before jumping into the game and before they took to their battle stations, where do you think you're gonna be dropping? And the kid was just like, I'm not gonna tell you. It's a secret.
We ain't gonna tell you. But obviously, I'm sure these pro players, they've got their favourite spots that they like to spawn into. Again, these guys, they compete, they play in the pro scrims. They're some of the biggest names from the French community as well. And we know how talented the French and Europeans are within Fortnite as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if these guys they might shed a few words of wisdoms to some of these younger players up on the stage. Because you got to think, some of these players are going to be playing on stage for the first time in front of a really big crowd. Obviously, here at the Mother Nation Festival, you can't get much bigger than this. So having that kind words of wisdom there from that more experienced player, it can really help some of these younger competitors.
Yeah, it's not just that, it's also being in the same competitive atmosphere as those pro players coming in. So that's gonna raise their spirits and show them that, you know, anything's possible. If you're able to get here and play with these guys on this huge stage that we have here on the beach, then you can do anything you want.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, again, we mentioned it time and time again, how many times we've seen the younger generation step up into the new esports scene. Yeah. One of those games in particular is Fortnite. As you can see, it's all smiles all around. Some of these people are, the game face is on. The trash talk coming in already here. Like I said, you got the likes of Skeptic's a great example with him. He's a 13-year-old, or he might be, he's 13 now, I think. He's with Misfits, under one of the biggest gaming organizations in the world. He's 13 years old. I'm sure there's some under-the-table contracting going on there as well, because, you know, but
we're not gonna talk about that.
He's one of the biggest Fortnite creators, and he's one of the biggest names in Fortnite, and he's probably earning more money and
than all of us here right now.
Stuff like that along those lines than most people would do in a year. So I love the fact that a lot of the families as well, they really support the upcoming games as well, especially if they're good enough to play as well.
Yeah, exactly, and that's something that's kind of started to pick up a little bit. You started to see, I think like there's a few universities and colleges in the UK that are starting to like offer scholarships for esports players. That's happening across the US as well. And that's just very nice to see. And I think you're going to have like an organization set up in America as well. It's kind of like the NCAA.
Yes, so I'm pretty sure there is, like you said, multiple esports universities now that are opening up that have an esports degree or something along those lines. I know you've got stuff like the North, for example, back home, which has a lot of CSGO and Overwatch stuff going on. But now with Fortnite being that breakthrough game, we're going to start to see a lot more mainstream coming into the game. But you can see the trash talking already here. Coming out of some of the competitors, they're ready. I think we are diving into the battle bus and straight back out of it as we're getting ready to play some Fortnite for the first time in a long time. We are going to see some of the best of the best playing
we're going to be launching
stage.
within 20 seconds. We're going to finally be jumping onto the map here. I'm very excited to actually get some action in. I can't wait to get some Fortnite.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've had a lot more casual games of Fortnite, so it's not been, I don't want to say the highest quality of gameplay.
We haven't seen a victory royale.
We haven't seen a victory royale. We haven't seen what some of the best can do, right? But now we are going to jump on board with Payamz here. Obviously, one of the members of Prism Gaming, coming all the way over from France. They're a very good team, relatively well known within not only the French community, but the European and world community at the same time. So let's jump on board here with a couple of the pro players. This is going to be Prime. Looks like he's going to make his way over towards Pleasant Park. Now, this is a part of the map that I love to explore. I think it's brilliant, especially from a scrim point of view. It has a lot of loot there. You can farm a lot of the materials and the resources and pretty much gain those 500 mats across the board quite easily.
Yeah, and I think he actually might be running into Yam's TV here, or Payamz?
I think it's Payamz, yeah. Payamz.
So I think Prime's going to be running into Payamz here in Pleasant Park. And something to say about the last few games that we've seen, people always used to be dropping towards Sunny Steps, towards Retail Row. And those were the two locations that we kind of saw every single person on the stage take to in those early days of the festival. But this time around, we're going to have 29 players on a private server. So we got 10 players on the stage. We got 19 back in the tent to my right now that are playing with us as well. I believe it's the top ranking players from outside of the influencers and the pro players, of course. I think they take their share of a sixth of 25,000 dirhams.
Yeah, so that's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of prize money going on. Obviously, these guys have been competing over the past day or so to qualify through to this grand final, and that is what we are here. Obviously, we aren't going to let the pro players take a share of that money because they are pros for a reason. Now on board with Risky is he's going to go ahead and get as much loot as possible on his board. He does spot the chest, and relatively far on, what you're going to see is because this is going to be played like a competitive game. Yeah. This is a private server. There's only 27 people, like we mentioned, in the server. You are not going to see a single gun engagement early on in this game.
Yeah, and well, more than likely, I guess it's kind of impossible for us to not see a victory royale here. So we are going to find out who's going to be taking the win today. Still in those very early stages is now looking towards Prime here, who's still looting a decent bit here in Pleasant Park, as you mentioned before. And I think I did mention that he was going to be running into Payamz at some point round. Meanwhile, it is going to be a Risky here with the engagement.
Yeah, Risky does spot one over towards Frosty Flights. Elects to try and hop on that zip line. And one thing that a lot of players have been asking for ages is that interaction button on the zip line, and Epic Games finally added it in. And you can tell here Risky's a very good player because immediately what does he do? He hops on that zip line, takes the high ground. I feel like we say it time and time again on commentating Fortnite. You sound like a broken record due to the fact that we always say get the high ground, build up, put those 1x1s down. Due to the fact that if you have height advantage on this game, it's going to be very hard for someone to build up and take it off of you, especially with the natural height advantage as well.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're going to be leaving him for a while we side up Prime and Payamz at this point, as they're going to go into a little bit of a fight here in Pleasant Park. I believe it is going to be Payamz who has a little bit of a height advantage. Prime in a little bit of trouble, no shield, 50 HP already, doesn't have any meds, doesn't have any slurp troops, and it is going to be Payamz who takes him out. He's going to be able to take his loot away as well. That's going to be the first kill that we see on the board for this game.
Yeah, Payamz did a brilliant job there, and it was a little bit unlucky from Prime due to the fact that, like you said, he didn't have a lot of mats, and you can just see across the board here how many different materials that Payamz actually had in comparison to his teammate Prime. So it was very unfortunate, but Payamz is going to be our first player to get a kill on the board, and he is currently sitting obviously at first place due to the elimination points as well as the ranking points. But we're jumping back on board over with Risky here, as there was still one player actually lingering around over towards Frosty Flights.
Yeah, thing is, one thing to know, I'm not sure if he actually moved to a different one, but there was, I believe, a green M16 on the roof of that building he was looking at, and now there's another weapon towards, I guess, a little bit further to the right. So the player must have moved out of the inside of the building, moved onto the roof, and maybe gone back inside, I'm not too sure. But we'll find out how he's going to be dealing with that, as Inferno Clipper diving right into the volcano and giving himself a little bit of momentum to try and fly away and reposition himself, as he does need to start moving towards that circle. The storm is going to be forming in 30 minutes. 30 seconds, my friend.
That'd be a very long storm if it was 30 minutes, let me tell you now. But what you saw Clipper do there was brilliant. He used the natural environment, obviously with that upthruster there from that volcano scenery, to allow him to shoot himself back up in the air and hit the redeploy guide, alright, and reposition himself on the map. But we are going to see now Risky in a bit of a build-off between one of these players. He's going to elect to try and build up. Get that height advantage. Like I said, it's very important. You can see the 90s and the 1x1s going straight up. Risky now, trying to spot the opposition player. As it does look like it is going to be a little while before we see those two engage.
Oh, looks like they are actually going to finally fight each other here. Risky just gets a few shots. He does a few dinks here and there towards that shield. But nothing concrete yet, because what? He has a gray, or rather silver M16, silver MP5, and a blue shotgun. That's his best bet at this point. It's not really going to provide him with the best of damage at that range. I guess with the shotgun being the strongest weapon at the moment, you need to try and go for the up-close and personal fight right up in his face. Right now, he just wants to collect a few more materials because he is running out. He has no wood. He has, what, one break. Less than 100 metal at this point.
Yeah, he's not in a good position right now due to the fact that we obviously saw that other player that he tried to engage with throw out a lot of materials, so he knows that he's got a lot of materials. But we are going to see Risky now go ahead and engage. Oh, what a beautiful play this is from the opposition player. Immediately building a ramp over the top of Risky's head, and you can see the high ground has been taken. And now the fact that Risky has not got any materials, he's in a very bad spot here, Dawood. What can he do? He has to stay and use that cover that has already been put down to try and outmaneuver, out-edit and outplay the other player. But you're going to see this opposition player here just drop down and try and play for this kill.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, it is going to be a Risky who's just waiting for his opportunity, waiting for the chance to capitalize. Now, he is on the low ground, but he doesn't know where he is. Meanwhile, we're going to be looking out towards Payamz here again. It's the build-a-thon has begun once more. He's going to be able to get that height advantage. Now, back to Risky again. He still hasn't spotted out the opposition just yet. Again, I don't think they're going to be firing towards each other. He does have 50 shield, 100 health bar. So he is ready to go for that fight, whipping out his shotgun. Now, back again towards Payamz. As he's building up, he has the advantage. He gets a small bit of vision onto his enemy, but not able to get a shot on target just yet. Now, trying to take down those stairs, take down those walls to get sight and actually fire towards him. But we're going to be going back towards Risky here, landing with that shotgun. I think he got a headshot there, 34 damage. Let's see if he's going to be able to get closer and closer, as right now he keeps on switching between the M16 and the shotgun. He's down to 61 HP. Takes a little bit of slurp juice to ready himself up for the next skirmish here. Again, doesn't have the height advantage. Takes out the shotgun. Actually whiffs. Does connect, and he takes him down. Looks like it is going to be Payamz who comes out on top in the end of that trade.
Yeah,
my apologies, it was Risky. This is Payamz.
Yeah, Risky does find the kill onto one of those Inferno. I think it was Mistake from Inferno there that he killed. And I gotta say, from what looked like a very bad scenario for Risky, he did a brilliant job of playing it well. He just constantly edited that materials, edited that metal, repositioned himself. Got very fortunate that he found that 34 headshot with the pump shotgun, and from there he knew that the opposition player didn't have any shields. So that means he can engage in that gunfight. He had the shield advantage in that one, but now you are going to see Clipper try and rotate over using that grapple ball. And that's a brilliant addition to the game. I want to say a brilliant addition. It's brilliant from a fun point of view, from a casual point of view, but I assure you now, you watch this when it gets down to the last 10 people in the last zone, there's going to be about 6 or 7 different hamster balls flying around.
And that's the thing, they can just race around each other. Drag race. I mean, I want to say drag race, but I don't think that works as a term here.
I remember actually one of my mates, his name is Bloomy, he plays a lot of scrims in the European scene, and he said Fortnite is so fun right now, and it was just a clip of like 15 hamster balls just crashing into each other in the last zone, and he was just stood above them looking at them all.
So what has Fortnite come to?
Yeah, so it's great though. It just means these players have to think on their feet and outposition each other. Speaking of outpositioning, Clipper now, in a build-off, is going to go ahead and put a few of those ramps down, try and edit his way out.
And now he's trying to take down those walls, as you said. Swats out his enemy, gets built up upon. Doesn't have the height advantage, takes down those stairs, whips out the shotgun. It's going to be a lot of damage. Purple shotgun, this up close and personal. It's going to deal a boatload of damage. Let's see if it actually connects, because every single time he's trying to build up, he just gets outbuilt. Stairs coming up to provide a little bit of cover for the opposition, but Inferno Clipper. This time around, he's on top. He has the time. Just needs to get the positioning right.
Yeah, one thing I want to mention is this opposition player actually has put a trap down as well as Clipper takes a little bit of full damage. But what you're going to elect to see is these guys are just going to keep building around each other, putting those 1x1s down, throwing those 90s out. And you're going to see a bit of an edit off to see who can get that edit play first. You'll see a lot of these players place either a pyramid or a ramp above the opposition player and edit that platform to go ahead and jump through and hit the shotgun pump. So we'll have to wait and see how this one unfolds now. As Payamz, I feel like this guy's just been in constant engagements as he finds the 48 damage body shot there on the opposition player with that green pump. He's going to still try and take that height advantage. Trying to spot out, and I like that. What a play there from Payamz. He's actually put the portal rift down. He knew if he put the portal rift down in that scenario, it will push through the wall and catch that opposition player as well. And now he's going to dive on the player. What a fantastic play from Payamz. That player is literally around 13 HP. You saw all the blue come off, all the shield come off, and you're going to see a bit of full damage take place here. He's done it again, the use of the portal rift. I think that was the opposition player that time. As you can see, Payamz, he's just chasing this kill right now, as this player is pretty much one here.
Yeah, because here's the thing, when you force him to go through the rift with you, then it makes it easier for you to just spot him out. You stop the building and you just go for a 1v1. All you have to do is just whip out your shotguns and battle it out. And now, looking towards Payamz again, he spots up the opposition going inside the structure. Gonna try and jump down here. Very smart play coming out of him. Gonna be able to take down this wall. Meanwhile, Inferno Clipper still having the time of his life with his hamster ball. Meanwhile, Payamz. Oh, that was just beautiful. Just a quick one tap with that shotgun. Takes out the opposition after such a long run. To such a long time, he finally manages to kill him.
Yeah, so that player actually managed to escape, and I think he might have put slurp juice on because he had a bit of shield left as well, but you did see Payamz finding that shotgun flick through that window with the 66 damage to the head and eliminating that player. And one thing I want to mention is where Payamz is, I'm not too sure if you caught it, Dad, but in the top left of your screen as they were flying over, there was actually another build fight going on as well, so there could have been a potential third or even maybe fourth party there. So we'll have to wait and see whether Payamz does get engaged once more time as Risky. Our man who won that earlier engagement, still rock and rolling. He has got that legendary, that epic pump shotgun though, sorry, and that's a gun that if you get up close and personal and you can allow those building mechanics and that editing to come into play, that can do a lot of damages. I think he actually spots two players. One player gonna go ahead and run along top of that mountain. Risky, Payamz, sorry, this is, tries to tag him up. Now, yet another build off. It's Fortnite, who would have thought it? As it does get tagged up. Does take 90 damage through the shield, and you're gonna probably see Payamz here build himself in a little bit. There you go, put those shields straight on, try and get himself back to 150 HP. Now, does edit, is gonna build up once more, trying to take that height advantage, and I think he may have, no, what a beautiful play that was from the position player, but he does get tagged in the back. That's 78 damage from the shield. Now, Payamz knows this player has not got a lot of shield left, hence why he's trying to chase this kill.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's just trying to take down the structures. He's going to be able to find him on the stairs. Structures are actually going to get absolutely destroyed here. That whole build off. I think did he just die to fall damage?
Yeah, I think he just died to full damage. He was that low from that initial shotgun pump that Payamz shot that ramp out that was holding the top and the bottom together because Payamz knew he had the redeploy glider. So what does he do? He uses it perfectly. He shoots it down, he hits his spacebar button, redeploys out that opposition player, clearly didn't have one, and he drops to his death, and that is just more loot and more materials there for Payamz.
Very well played. I think this is what, the third or fourth fight that we've seen Payamz take in this game so far. You have to say, every single time he came out on top, his building mechanics are on point, and just the thought behind every single thing that he tries to execute is just phenomenal.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a pro player for a reason, right? He's always one step ahead of everyone. That's what, and a lot of pro players are, because they have such good knowledge of the game. It's going to be very rare that they get outplayed unless it's by another pro player, right? As we are going to see Clipper now, rocking that AK with that epic pump.
Meanwhile, Risky still adventuring on his hamster ball. Just right next to each other. Oh, that's a purple deagle right there.
Yeah, one thing I want to say is the deagle's not really used as much anymore due to the fact that before we used to see it do 150 damage per shot to a wall or a building. So a lot of people used to carry it, shoot the wall out, and then hit the shotgun pumps off. But it's been nerfed now; it only does 100 damage. So if you get a full wood, any type of material wall or ramp up, you can't shoot it straight out. So that's why it's not really a viable weapon anymore. But as I say that, a third party does come in here as Payamz is relatively low. He's going to go ahead and put those shields down. Only got around 80 HP in total to work with here. This is a very, very unfortunate scenario for the Prison Pro player. And he has got the Storm to his back, but he's used that redeploy glider perfect once again. And I think Payamz has actually been eliminated there. Not sure if it's from the Storm or not. It was actually...
No, I think it was MOTN Event 16. That was the one who eliminated him. Very well played. Payamz, you said it yourself. He was absolutely phenomenal in the last few fights that we've actually seen him. But this time around, he was cornered, but not by one, but by two members. You're not going to be able to fight on two fronts on your own.
Yeah, it's very hard, especially in Fortnite. Okay, yeah, you have the building mechanics and you can put those one-by-ones out and try and gain height advantage. But when you get third-partied against two other very good team players, it's going to be hard to win that scenario, you know, due to the fact that you've got to watch two angles at once. So you can get shot in the back, and there's so many different variables into the fight. Unfortunately, he does get tagged up. He initially tagged one of the opposition players up as well, but because he was so low, he did get eliminated from the Storm. So 15 players remain left here, as we are going to head into one of the final zones. Now, Clipper, beautiful shot there from that AK. Finding that player just residing over towards the northwest, just editing that window, trying to get a few tags off. As right now, we're just trying to see what player's going to establish dominance and try and hold the center of the zone.
Yeah, Exactly, and right now, as you said, Clipper is just firing up a few shots, and I believe Inferno Snowboy was eliminated from the game as well. Now we are down to 14 people left on the board, and the circle's getting closer and closer, and the storm just making its way, kind of minimizing the options that those players have in terms of where they can actually hide and where they can go. Now Clipper staying with his hamster ball and trying to find out, because he was actually pointing towards someone before. He fired a few shots. Now it's just about finding him again. And here we go.
Yeah, that hamster ball does get destroyed, and that was Risky. So we saw how good Risky is at utilizing those building mechanics and editing in that earlier fight we saw over by Frosty Flights, and now Clipper spotted yet another player. Does find a 26 damage headshot there. And that's the annoying thing about that AK, especially with just the common version, or the uncommon version, sorry. It doesn't do a lot of damage in comparison. If you find that legendary or rare version, it's doing 44 damage per body shot. Yeah. So you can tell the significant difference there. It's gone from a 4-bullet kill to an 8-bullet kill in essence. You pretty much half the amount of bullets that you've got to shoot.
Yeah, because that's something that we actually noticed when, I believe it was Payamz who got a headshot and dealt only 34 damage. I mean, let's forget about that now, as there are a few engagements happening around the map here. You can see MOTN 12 gets a headshot, takes down 100 shield, but gets taken down here. It is going to be now.
Yeah, one of the NASA esports player, again, another pro player, is going to go ahead and take that out with Pidgeottis, I think. There's Clipper, is going to find some more shots now. You can see there's actually 2 players there fighting, so Clipper's doing a great job.
I think there's 3.
There's 4. I think there's 4 players.
How many people are on here?
There is 4 players right in front of him, and what he's doing is great. I'm so surprised that player has just lost 100 shield before even turning around and building there. Clipper's doing a great job of just utilizing his positioning and really just tagging up and being a nuisance here for the opposition players.
Yeah, exactly, and I love the fact that he's just sitting there, taking down, fighting 3 or 4 members at once. No one seems to care about the damage coming in from his side, but now, looking towards Risky, again, he's the one that actually lost his hamster ball. Now he set his sights onto not 1 but 2 targets at the moment, trying to see if he can actually connect with the zip line to land a little bit quicker. And now, building has begun one more time. Quick edit coming in, trying to see if we can actually find the opposition. Again, taking down that tree because he's running a little bit low on resources. Meanwhile, DvLZGaME actually from the NASA Esports team down to 2 HP, and he survives! Meanwhile, here comes Teeqzy with that RPG and kills. I believe he actually took down DvLZGaME as well, so now it's going to be 2 kills coming in very quickly for Teeqzy.
So yeah, so you saw Pidgeottis actually take down his teammate, Milmo, I think, and then you saw Tech come in there steamrolling through to get that final elimination. Now he's got a lot of materials to work with, so we'll have to wait and see how he does later on in Clipper. Oh man, he's just still hanging out there towards those builds. I just want to go back to that gunfight a second ago that you saw from the squad of NASA.
I mean, we can go back to that later because Teeqzy is literally flying on the hamster ball between 2 fortresses and 2 people. He's just destroying structures time and time again with the hamster ball.
Yeah, he's doing a great job now of just really making players waste their materials. And this is exactly what you want to do from the side of Teeqzy, sorry.
Not gonna lie, I absolutely love what he's doing right now.
Do you know what? As much as I want to burst out and sing Miley Cyrus right now, I don't think we can for copyright issues. But you can see, I think Clipper's kind of said, you know what, Teeqzy, I see you, my brother. It's working. Let's just go on a wrecking ball mission ourselves. And now look at that from Teeqzy. He's going to hop out, fire that RPR. What a fantastic play that is. This player might drop straight down to his death. I'm not too sure if he's got a redeploy glider, but he actually did. So luckily for him, he gets away with his life. And you can just see here, I mentioned, wait until the final circle and you just see these wrecking balls flying around everywhere. That's exactly what's happening.
And now you can actually see that Teeqzy getting the higher ground, shredding that wall with the submachine gun, and a 1-pump shot takes down the opposition. And now we're looking towards Clipper here, still flying with that wrecking ball. Meanwhile, I cannot believe that there's 9 people in this circle right now.
And one thing about Clipper is, you looked at his materials, he's got near enough full wood, full brick, full metal. So even when the wrecking ball does run out and the hamster ball goes away, he's got a lot of materials to burn here in this final zone, and that is always important. But now Teeqzy does spot one. He's going to try and shoot out that player's wall. Luckily for him, he hasn't got enough materials to work with. Now Risky's trying to work an angle once again. Does lose the height advantage, however. But it looks like he's going to go ahead and try and take that straight away. What you see a lot of the time here is, oh, what a fantastic play this is from Teeqzy. So what Teeqzy's just done there is he knows that that player was trying to take the height advantage on him and dive on him because he was in a position to get killed. What does he do? He puts those 2 floor traps down, so as soon as that player hits the floor, those traps go off and he gets the kill. Fantastic play there from Teeqzy. He's going to try and tap this player up, however.
Absolutely genius play here, but now Teeqzy is going to be in the storm, forced to move away, and I cannot believe the circle's getting smaller and smaller, and now the action's going to unfold with every single member. You got 8 people left on the board. I don't think they're all going to survive here, as now we're looking towards Inferno Clipper with that wrecking ball. Goes a little bit outside the zone, takes a little bit of damage. Now we're going towards Risky again, misses the shotgun shell. Now turning around one more time, gets the headshot, Turks down. Z-Day, and now he's not done yet. 77 HP, back into the zone, looking towards Clipper again here. Trying to see if he can actually get some momentum by going around with that tree. Now, down to 5 people on the board. And looking towards Teeqzy as he has 5 kills to his name at the moment, and the storm is going to be moving at the moment. Meanwhile, the wrecking ball taking a lot of damage. You got 2 people flying up in the sky as well. He's whipping up the shotgun, taking them down, taking their shields out. Still dealing a lot of damage, and there it is. That's a 6th kill on the board for Teeqzy. Looks like he wants to take this win. He wants to get that victory royale. Jumps down, takes out the P90, shreds the walls, whips out the shotgun, and the one pump going to be taking them out of the shields again from this opposition side. He's fighting everyone on every single front, and the build-a-thon has begun once more.
There's Teeqzy now in a great position here. He's got 100-100. The only thing is he's not got a lot of materials to work with, and look at Clipper. He's got all the materials in the world to work with, so what could be a win for Teeqzy here? He has no materials to work with, but he actually has got the kill, and I'm not too sure if he's picked up materials. He's got 60 wood now. As we're in a 1 versus 1 versus 1. 3 people remain. Clipper now is going to go ahead and put those double platforms above and underneath him. Teeqzy, he's got the campfire down as well. What beautiful play from him. Is he is forced to take this low ground. Like I said, I can't stress enough how important it is to have those materials in the end zone. He is going to go ahead and take some shots. Drops down. Does not tag Clipper one bit, as Clipper's doing a great job of just editing around here. He spots him behind the tree, finds the 103 shotgun damage, but he gets tagged as well, and that's going to be Clipper who takes out Teeqzy. 1 versus 1 scenario. Oh, what a beautiful shot that was from Clipper as he finds the angles to rip that player's shields off. Now 1 versus 1 scenario. Like I said, this player is going to jump down, go for the shotgun pump. Clipper does go ahead and put the double builds down. Beautiful use of that double ramp there. He's forced to go into the storm. However, this could come down to a heat off here, as we are seeing Clipper engage. He finds the shotgun pump. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. Inferno Clipper is your champion.
Very well played. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, it is the first victory royale of the festival. And what a hell of a way to wrap up that first game. Clipper, he was just flying around most of the time with that wrecking ball. And he was just destroying. It was a combination of him and Teeqzy just flying around when you had like 3 or 4 people in 2 different towers, and the people just flying around completely trying to destroy them. And it was just insane to watch them.
And I can't stress enough that I made the point when there was about 15 people left and we saw that wrecking ball technique. This is good from Teeqzy. He's only got a couple hundred mats to work with. This is great from Clipper. He has got every single mat to work with. That is the exact reason why Clipper was able to maneuver himself and outbuild. Teeqzy did a great job. He positioned himself perfectly in certain scenarios, but he didn't have the materials to work with. He didn't have the materials to build up at all. He just couldn't do it. And then when you're in that scenario and you've got someone like Clipper who's putting those walls down, getting those edits on, yes, and you saw at the end, Clipper has to walk into the blue zone, but he catches that player rotating, trying to drop down and build around him as well. With that shotgun pump, a pro player, he's always going to hit a headshot with that shotgun pump from there, and he does 120 damage. So congratulations to Clipper. What a fantastic play from Inferno.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think because he actually ran out into the zone, the opposition didn't know where he was. He had no idea where Clipper was, and then Clipper just came out of the zone, as you said, out of the blue. 1 pump shot to the head, just took him out.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to go ahead and pull up our highlights here. As I want to say, it was fantastic stuff from Teeqzy. It was great stuff from Payamz as well. However, it is Clipper who makes the headlines, and I'm not too sure if Clipper was actually one of our pro players. He was actually one of the people that qualified through the qualifiers, if I'm correct, I think.
Well, I think we're going to have an interview at some point on the stage with the highest ranking player outside of the influencers and the pro players to find out who's going to be taking home that money. But as we go over the reviews here, or the replays, Inferno Stilson, that was the one that was taken out by Payamz. And right here, Payamz was cornered. He didn't have a lot of materials to work with. He was forced between 1 and 2 people. Just wasn't able to come out on top at the end of that one.
Oh yeah, and I mean, in that gunfight, one thing about Payamz is he was 35 HP for the whole gunfight. He's not going to win that engagement at all unless the other player somehow drops his mouse and keyboard and doesn't know how to play the game. But this is Teeqzy here doing a great job of getting the height advantage. Beautiful edit play there. I think that was actually a mistake from the opposition player. He actually tried to edit Teeqzy through the wall. He did it successfully. but not very successfully because Teeqzy was managed to get the shotgun out and find the pump off earlier. And when Teeqzy was in this scenario here and he's picking up kills like this, you think he's going to win the game, but unfortunately that was the gunfight that changed things. He only found 61 materials in that gunfight in comparison to Clipper here, who's still towards this end zone. He's got 200 mats to work with. He finds that final shotgun there onto the last player. Fantastic play from Clipper, as we have actually got Clipper on the stage right now with our hosts Summer and Ahmed. Take it away.
حبيبي مبروك 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 عليك، يعني صراحة أبدعت قبل شوي.
Congratulations.
شنو اسمك حبيبي؟
معك حمزة بس اي كليبر.
كليبر.
هلا والله بكليبر، مبروك عليك الفوز. شنو يعني لك انه تلعب مع ابطال العالم او اللاعبين المحترفين في فورتنايت وهم ان انت تفوز في هذه التورنمنت؟
يعني بصراحة أنا من زمان كنت أحاول يعني ألعب مع المحترفين وكذا، والحمد لله في الامارات عندنا ما شاء الله كثير محترفين، بس نلعب مع ناس خارج الدوله بصراحه شرف الي يعني جدا ونفوز.
بدال الواحد ما شاء الله 7.
ايوه، فيعني شرف كثير يعني كثير كبير بالنسبه لي اني العب معهم والله.
والله مبروك، احنا جدا مستانسين على فوزك معانا. شنو تعطينا رايك على المهرجان وتقييمك للجيمنج ارينا عندنا في الاي سبورت؟
والله بصراحه المهرجان 100% يعني يمكن احسن واحد في الامارات، يعني هي اول بطولة تسوي في الامارات للبلايرز، والحمد لله ان شاء الله الجاي افضل ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله يا رب. سؤال ثاني، هل توقعت انك راح تفوز؟
بصراحة ما توقعت في البداية، يعني توقعت في النص، بس الحمد لله في البداية احسن من النهاية. يعني
راح تشارك مرة ثانية؟ تحاول مرة ثانية؟
اكيد ان شاء الله في 11 جيمز ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله مبروك مرة ثانية. ممكن تحية حق حمزة بطلنا البطل الاول عندنا لفورتنايت.
وطبعا اذا حابين تشاركون معنا بس روحوا للجيمنج ارينا هناك، الاي سبورتس ارينا، لعبوا فورتنايت وراح تحصلون الفرصة تيون معنا على المسرح وتلعبون مع ابطالنا.
Let's go back to the casters and we get ready for the second match. المباراة الثانية إن شاء الله.
Alright.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the man on the stage. We are going to be jumping into round 2 of some more exciting Fortnite action. And after that first game, I have no idea. You have no idea how ready I am for this one.
Yeah, I think Fortnite's one of those games where, you know what, you could play 100 games of Fortnite and they'll all be equally as crazy as each other. I think that's why it's growing as an esport so well. I think that's why it's so attractive as a game, not only to play, but to watch as well. So can't wait to jump straight into this next game. Just waiting on the players get in the lobby. I think Clipper's got to set back up and go back to the arena and things along those lines. So we saw a great game. Great game number one. We had a bit of everything in that game, Dowd. We had build-offs, we had edit-offs, we had shotgun pumps.
We had wrecking balls. You see, they're called wrecking balls, but I want to call them hamster balls.
Yeah, they do look like hamster balls. I remember I've had like 3 or 4 hamsters and...
He's not too pleased with me calling them hamster balls.
He's just a happy guy.
I'm telling you, man.
I wish I was that happy.
Aww.
Hey, I got like a 9-hour flight to get to. We both got 9-hour flights in like
yeah,
the
it's
next
like,
2
look
days.
who you're talking to.
So, we're just waiting on this one to go ahead and load up. But yeah, it's been a great event. Obviously, later on today, we have got CS:GO professional players Apex and Scream up on the stage. I think you're going to be playing some games.
Yeah, I'm going to fight them. I'm going to lose so hard. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to be said.
It's just one of those things where you can't do anything, right?
Look, here's
especially
the thing.
Especially against a guy like Scream, who obviously had that great run in 2015 with King Win, like Apex, who's now won Team Renault Vitality as well. It's just you don't even get a chance to shoot.
Look, here's the thing. If I manage to get a 1 dig, that would be the dream, right? If I manage to let me finish. If I manage to get a 1 dig, I'm just gonna run across the stage, World Star style.
If you 1 dig Scream, you're just gonna like pin it to your profile. And
Yeah. You know, esports commentator, 1 dig Scream in a 1v1 match.
It's not only that, we have got, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, international and worldwide DJ Nicky Romero up on the stage later on to play some FIFA.
Against Mr.
Dunn, who is a history maker within the FIFA esports industry. He obviously is the first Arabian world champion ever to win a FIFA event. So it's gonna be one for the ages, to say the least.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's one thing that I can't wait for. But we don't have FIFA right now. We got more Fortnite action lined up for everyone here. We're going to jump into the second round very, very soon to find out who's going to be taking that second prize of the day. And as you saw in that last game, Clipper was just absolutely insane. His editing skills were on point, and you know the one pumps coming out from his end were just very exciting to see.
I think what you did is you saw a great example of landing in a good position, because we saw Clipper originally land off by the volcano.
Yeah.
He got all the loot he needed, all the materials he needed, and then from there he positioned himself and rotated. He used that volcanic upthruster there to jump around the map and relocate with the redeploy glider. And from there he just played his game. He played very patiently. He didn't over-challenge gunfights. And a great example of not over-challenging is when he was in that box. He built himself into I think it was a 3x3 box or something like that, right? Where he had the hamster ball in there as well, just in case he needed to go ahead and rotate out. But not only that, he kept editing the walls, he put windows in, and he was taking gunfights. He was just picking off people from long range. He didn't there was one gunfight where he did 100 damage.
Yeah.
He took the blue shield off one of those plays. He could have easily edited himself out and pushed that gunfight. He didn't. He said, you know what? I see 2 other people there. Let's just chill out. Let's play the end game. He did it perfectly, and it does not surprise me that he's won.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, I think who was it that ended up with like 6 or 7 kills towards
Teeqzy.
Teeqzy. That's the one. For some reason, I was thinking Yeezy.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I was like, okay, that's.
I am disgusted in you.
Yeah, of course you are. But yeah, I was looking towards him, and his playstyle is. Honestly, that's my favorite. I'm kind of sad to see that it didn't work out for him in the end, but that's the kind of game that I like to watch. You know, jumping into the action, going for those fights. You saw the first time he actually got a kill was with an RPG where he finished off 2 members instantaneously.
Yeah.
Picked up their loot, then just kept on going. Took every single fight he could come across because he wanted to assert his dominance on every single player that he's playing against in the tournament.
And I think that playstyle is great as well. That's the type of playstyle that I play when I'm pub stomping online on Fortnite or having fun in solo squads or squads with my friends or my subs on Twitch or whatever.
You have friends?
Wow. I was waiting for it. That's disgraceful. But yeah, so it's one of those playstyles that a lot of people like to watch, and I think Fortnite kind of forces you to play that playstyle sometimes, but I think you just saw Clipper do a great job of, you know, getting the best of both worlds, I guess, as I think we are going to go ahead and jump straight into our game. We're diving out of the battle bus and into the action for game number 2. Will Clipper be successful once again, or are we going to see someone slightly different take this one?
Well, here we go. Let's find out where these guys are going to be dropping here. You can already see that Prime looks like he is going to be going towards that lonely lodge. Meanwhile, looking towards Teeqzy at the moment. Seems to be waiting towards the very end of the bus to go for that drop. Meanwhile, Payamz, I think he might be going towards the same location as last time. Pleasant Park for his drop. And you can see, oh, I did not see this track before.
Yeah, Prime was one of the players that ended over by Pleasant Park with Payamz at the start of the game. Obviously, we saw Payamz win that early engagement because Prime didn't get a lot of loot, he didn't get a lot of resources, so we're going to see a slightly different approach.
Yeah, so you have Risky running, I think he's going to be landing with someone else. You had Prime landing with another person on this racetrack right now. So we could be looking at a few really good early fights breaking out here.
As we are going to see how this one starts off as Payamz finally gets himself into the action and immediately going to go ahead and farm those resources. As you mentioned, Prime did land with someone over by the racetrack just outside of Paradise Palms. It looks like he might have spotted that player. He's going to go ahead and try and rotate his way around this racetrack. There are a lot of trees, a lot of things you can knock out here to go ahead and pick up those resources. As I hope for Prime's sake that he doesn't get eliminated early on in the game, because I'd love to see him in a bit of a late game later.
Yeah, because I want to see what he's actually made of. So definitely agree with you there. But let's see here. We talked about Risky landing with someone else towards those frosty flights. Meanwhile, Teeqzy here gets I think he got taken down again by Inferno Clipper. And Clipper, again, landing in the same location as last time. He already got a kill. And now he's going to take his time just like last time. Wait it out, get as much loot as possible, and get all the equipment that he could possibly want. And then, once we get to the later stages of the game, show us exactly what he's made of, and show us how good he really is at Fortnite.
But I think it's just that good old saying, if it's not broken,
don't
fix it, you know? Like, at the end of the day, he won the game from there last time. I'm sure he practices it himself and Inferno. They're obviously competitive players. They play scrims within the community, so he knows the best spot to go ahead and land at, right? So like you said, why change it if it's working? And you're going to see Clipper now start to farm his way some resources.
Yeah, but we're
as Prime actually spots the player here that did land over towards Paradise Palms, and we are going to start to see the first build off of the game. You can see that player is actually going to use that cluster grenade to rotate himself all the way out. Now, a little bit of a strange one from this player here, as Prime That is probably the easiest kill you were ever going to give a player in Fortnite. I understand the repositioning technique using that cluster grenade. Not the cluster grenade, sorry, the shockwave grenade. But why would you do that and not have materials? As we are going to see Payamz now engage in a Pleasant Park.
Yeah, he's ripping out that MP5, trying to take down those stairs to deny him any more building, but looks like that's going to work out for him. He's still going to persist with that plan. And with that MP5, he actually gets sight on him, and he just guns him down, thinking that hiding behind the tree, that's not going to work out for you, and that's going to be another kill going over to Payamz here in the early stages of this game. But yeah, so you were saying a little bit about using that grenade to reposition yourself.
Yeah, so I mean, we see it a lot back when there used to be impulse grenades in the game.
Yeah.
You used to be able to pick up 3 impulses at one time. And you've seen some crazy stuff where if you build up like 2 or 3 ramps, you can then shoot yourself with a shockwave grenade off and not take damage as you land down. So you can shoot yourself really far away from a gunfight and reposition. But yeah, unfortunately, that player, I think it was Marzian, was that his name? I think didn't use it to the best of the abilities. He didn't have any materials. He boosted himself into the mid. He boosted himself into his death pretty much.
Yeah, that's
straight into the middle of that, exactly where you see here Prime is, and then you can't do that, not against a guy like Prime.
And the one thing that I do want to say is I think the opposition was just standing in the basically they were standing in the middle of the road, and then you had Prime was just gunning him down, and then I think when the guy had no shield and about maybe 5 HP, he just stood there, and then he just saw Prime waiting a second, and then bing, just that one last thing to take him down.
And it surprised me actually that he seemed to have had a couple more impulse grenades to work with, so I'm not too sure why he actually didn't use them to try and position himself further away. I think maybe once you get yourself tagged up to a certain point, you just kind of accept that you're going to have to wait until the next game, right? Because you're going to see Payamz still continue to loot. You actually see Teeqzy get his first kill on the board there, taking out 99. There's Clipper, he's just still hanging around in this. This is the exact route we saw him took last time.
Yeah, as you said before, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So at this point, Clipper's just going to try and maintain that same strategy. Yeah, it's exactly the same path. He use that gas to try to reposition himself, go to this fortress right here, then use that fortress to cannonball himself even further and closer towards that circle. And now, we're going to have a quick look towards Prime here. A lot of wood, and still Payamz moving, flying over Pleasant Park here. Playing. Oh look, it's risky with the wrecking ball. Yet again.
And I think this is the benefit of landing at Frosty Flights here. Obviously, back in the pre-patch before these hamster balls came into the game and the new vehicle was added, you had the Storm Wings in the game before they got vaulted, which in my opinion was bizarre.
Planes?
Yeah.
Why?
It was bizarre to add it in the first place, I think.
Why not?
Just they were so broken from a competitive point of view. You'd be able to just destroy things. You could, if you were flying and you could switch positions in the plane and it would still stay in the same track and at the same speed. There was a lot of things wrong with it, and there was a lot of pro players that wanted it removed. So it doesn't surprise me that got taken out of the game pretty much straight away.
I was working on another event, and I remember seeing like one of the craziest kills that I've ever seen personally. So a guy used a Ripper. I'll tell you that later, actually, as we are going to be looking at Clipper one more time here. Is he going to stay in this game, or is he going to get taken out? Right now, looks like someone's going to try and take him down. As the second circle is coming closer and closer here. Position yourself, trying to see if you can actually find a way to escape, because right now he's caught between a rock and a hard place.
I really like what Clipper just did there. He knew the gunfight, he lost the height advantage. He actually edited his way down, gave up the height advantage and just repositioned. That's really good to see from such a young player in Clipper. A very, very good tactical implement of the game. He's thinking stuff through. He knows he's already got that one game. He wants to guarantee himself that 22,000 dimes. Because we are going to see a gun engagement come into player as Payamz actually tags that player up twice, I think he did. Just under 72 damage as Clipper finds the 105 damage headshot. Now, we are going to see Clipper start to slowly engage and try and kill this opposition player. As he did the 105 damage headshot, that means he's going down to about 90 HP.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're looking towards Payamz as well, as he's trying to again follow this target, take him down. This is something that we've seen time and time again here. Well, looking at Clipper going for his AK to try and take down that wall very, very quickly. He can literally see the opposition right through those planks as they are being put together. Meanwhile, Payamz, I think he lost sight of his target, so he's trying to just run away from this scenario. Now let's see here. How? I think he's actually in the storm in this scenario. He sees the hamster ball going through the wall. I'm not sure how that's working out, but Looks like he's going to try and take that hamster ball or wrecking ball and reposition himself towards that circle. As doesn't look like he wants to go for this fight right now, as the zone has closed in and the storm beginning to form for its next circle.
Yeah, Clipper going to go ahead and start to rotate his way out over with that hamster ball. And what you saw Clipper do actually originally in that gunfight is he tried to keep knocking out that platform to try and get the edit onto the player and jump through and get that shotgun pump off. But now Prime, it's nice to see him make it out of the start of the game as he does spot Clipper on the rotation. But there was actually one more player here who looks like this player has no material. He's just sat in a bush waiting to die pretty much. As Cyber, poor Cyber there as he goes ahead and gets taken out. But now Payamz coming in with a third party here. We're going to start to see a bit of an engagement go down here. Both players trying to establish their dominance and take that high ground advantage. You see the 1x1s and 90s start to come into play. Both players battling for this high ground. You see the edit, so 87 body shot for Payamz onto Prime. He jumps up, he places the platform. Brilliant stuff editing that floor. Pops his way through. He knows that player's already damaged. He flicks out to that SMG, sprays him down. Easy kill there for Payamz.
Yeah, loving how quickly he managed to switch there and to take down Prime. And Payamz now setting himself up for this next few stages of this game as Risky. Still utilizing that same strategy that he's had before in the game. Just take a wrecking ball, walk around, and see if you can scout and gather as much information as possible before going into that 4th or 5th circle. Meanwhile, Payamz is styling with that hoverboard.
And I actually want to jump on board with Teeqzy if we can at one point to see what sort of play style he's rolling through, because we saw him last game impose a really aggressive style of play that we both said we like to see. But we've not seen too much of him. We actually saw him get 1 kill earlier on in the game. I'm not too sure if he actually might have been eliminated or not, but we are going to see Payamz re-engage in this gunfight. So I'll shoot the bottom of that ramp out, allowing that player to drop down. And what this is right here from Payamz is just, he's forcing the opposition player to waste his materials. He knows that he's got around 900 materials to work with, so he's got more than enough as he finds the shotgun pump in the back. And just these players, they just can't keep up with how quickly they are repositioning. You can see the flicks in between the shotgun, the SMG, and the assault rifle there. Beautiful play. And the key to that gunfight was Payamz's constant reposition and change of angle.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, as you said, he was just forcing him time and time again to use his materials. And I think at that point, he actually ran out of materials. That was just a very easy pickup for himself. And I'm loving how quick he actually keeps on switching. He doesn't allow any animation to come out for him to reload. Just instantly switches to the next weapon, uses it regardless of what it is. Seems to be working out very well for himself as Payamz picked up another kill. Now we're just having a look at Risky and where he's trying to position himself for this up-and-coming circle.
He's going to just be hanging out over towards Paradise Palms on the top of one of these mountains.
Payamz.
As you see, Teeqzy, I mentioned I wanted to jump on board with him, and he actually gets eliminated to Zadade here. As Risky is going to take some shots over towards that player that was in that hamster ball. Now, you see that player elect to jump out, put that 1x1 down, get a little bit of cover around him, and Risky shooting that straight out. It'll be interesting to see here if Risky elects to actually engage in this gunfight, or if he's just kind of going to stay at a distance and tag that player up and try and be a bit of a nuisance. There's Clipper now. Just, you know what, the strats are working for him. He's playing this near enough identical to the way he played it last game, and it would not surprise me if he was around in the top 10.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he took the win here again, because last time we did see what I think was Teeqzy that was eliminated from the... Was he eliminated yet, or is he still in the game?
Who was that, sorry?
Whoever had the max amount of kills in the last...
Teeqzy.
I keep confusing his name.
Yeah, Teeqzy. We just see Teeqzy get eliminated a couple seconds ago, so he knows that if you're like Clipper, yeah, you've not got eliminations on the board, but you've already won that first game, so you've already got more than enough points. You want to be averaging a top 5 placing from here on, and you should take that top spot unless someone like Teeqzy or this man Payamz here can have a monster game and win the game at the same time. It's going to be very hard to get taken off that top spot.
Yeah, I think Payamz actually spotted out 2 people on the opposite sides of the map building up their own buildings. Yeah, I think this one was just recently finished constructing, so looks like he might know that someone's there. Exactly what it tries to do, but doesn't find anyone in those houses yet. But now he's just going to move towards the circle. Let's see, meanwhile, you're looking at Inferno Snowboy, who sniped Clipper at 117 meters away.
What a brilliant shot that was. And we mentioned whether Clipper can pull out a top 5 performance, and his teammate said, you know what, you're good, but you're not that good, as he takes him out with the sniper rifle. Now Snowboy is going to try and get some shots down. Or sorry, more like this is Payamz actually on your screen. As he's going to engage. I just love the play style from some of these players. It doesn't matter if they haven't got the high ground. They're going to take it regardless. Anyway, as this looks like Payamz is going to stick to engaging in this gunfight. And what a beautiful play that is. He's just going to shoot that out. The player's going to drop down, but he only takes 18 damage actually. As again, we are going to start to see the dominance here from Payamz. Try and take that high ground. The traps come into play! What a beautiful play that was from Payamz. What you saw there, Daoud, is you saw the ramp go down. You saw him build the wall on the outside of his left-hand side. He puts the trap down. He hits the player with the traps. Edits that wall. Edits that ramp. Finds the shotgun pump and finishes him off with the SMG. Beautiful tactical play there from Payamz.
Absolutely exceptional play. Payamz is just on fire. We've seen what he can do in the last game, and right now we're seeing it yet again. Let's see now what Payamz is going to plan on doing because, oh, sniper shots coming in from Inferno Snowboy. Doesn't compensate well enough to connect the shot. He's just trying to take down those walls one by one. Meanwhile, when you're shooting and you're basically in the middle of the zone right here, this is basically when you're basically sending out an invitation to absolutely everyone around the map that this is where you are. And I think Payamz might be accepting that invitation right here.
I think Payamz accepts any invitation to a gunfight. I don't think I've seen him back away at all with Snowboy now. He is built up in that 1-by-1. And the good thing about Snowboy here, he's got that heavy sniper. That can wipe out any bit of building mechanic or build in the game within one shot. So he's just going to use that, not more of it as a sniper to actually get a kill with, like we saw him do on his teammate Clipper, but more of just a way of making a player waste his materials, right? Because we are going to see Payamz take a shot over towards that player in the 1-by-1. And I just like the pure aggression as Snowboy. I said he's not going to use it as sniper to try and kill someone. Just minusculely missing a shot there onto that player's head. As Payamz going to try and take the height advantage here and take a few of these walls.
Yeah, exactly. As now, you know, as you said before, he's not one to shy away from a fight. Said he jumps right into the fray here, trying to see if he can actually take down those walls, take down those structures, but not able to find or locate his opponent. Yes, he finally does. Gets that shotgun, takes him down. It's going to be a mistake. Instantly eliminated from the game as Payamz took him down with a very good shotgun shot towards the head. Takes down that shield and then instantly switches to the SMG and guns him down.
Yeah, he did a great job of positioning himself as well. He knew that mistake was going to try and build out to either side. He waited for the sides. That mistake built out. He waited for mistake to commit to that build up. What does he do? He literally just edits his wall. He slides out and finds the shotgun pump straight to the head. So brilliant stuff there from Payamz. He's in a great position now to take this game, as I say, that risky. He's getting tagged up as well. The teammate of Payamz from Prism Gaming. We saw Mishu fall to Zadaid in the kill card.
Oh, getting a few good shots here. Did like 36 damage towards the shield, but now he's stuck between one or two people in this scenario. Got someone already across the canyon, so he's forced to build up. And meanwhile, I think Boy might be inviting himself to this party as well. So we could be looking at a four-way fight right here. Well, Payamz just getting a little bit more information to work with here before. Now, beautiful shot coming in from Snowboy. Snowboy does not connect though. The only elimination he actually got was on Clipper. 117 meters out with that epic sniper rifle.
Yeah, so it was the legendary heavy.
Sniper rifle.
It was the heavy sniper rifle. So the legendary heavy sniper rifle, it allows you to literally shoot at any. It doesn't matter if it's brick, metal, or wood. It will take out that building with one shot. And we actually saw another elimination coming in. I think it was Zadaid actually who does fall. Not too sure which player he gets eliminated to, but you can see pretty much here every single player apart from Snowboy, who has got that heavy sniper rifle. Most of them are on the outside of the zone. They're waiting for that zone to collapse in and then start to reposition themselves from now. But Snowboy has got a player that looks like he's trying to engage him in the build fight. And you're seeing Payamz doing a great job here of just consistently editing this pyramid, using the edit mechanic to peek his head out, get some information going, and try and take some procedures into his next gunfight, trying to calculate those next few steps. As Snowboy is actually taking a shot down on towards his opposition player.
Yeah, and I believe that whoever he's targeting is actually getting shot at from yet another direction. Now we're looking towards Risky here, taking down that wall, whipping up that shotgun, see if he can get that one pump action going. But again, opposition does have quite a lot of materials, and they're just constantly making up for whatever you're taking down. He just builds back up, but with the storm coming in, they're going to be forced to move out of that scenario, and he spots him out. The shotgun's not going to deal anything from that range. Now he's going to try and follow them. As you can see, there's, what, 12 people left on the board in this zone. Payamz
repositioning himself. He spots out someone towards southeast with that wrecking ball. Meanwhile, Snowboy still lurking on that high ground, trying to see if he can actually snipe someone out here. Zone's getting smaller and smaller. Meanwhile, Payamz once more returns to the field here. Trying to see if he can actually find the next target, but he might be in a little bit of a position that's too open right now, so he's just too exposed in the scenario.
We are going to see Risky try and farm some of those materials, and they're going to be very important in the later stage of the game. He has got a player trying to take the height advantage. I'm not too sure if that player actually spotted him here. As you've seen Risky now going to use that auto deploy glider to go ahead and reposition himself on the map. Snowboy, he's in a brilliant position. Look at how many maps this guy has and how many build fights he's been in. Speaking of a man who has been in fights, Payamz on one of those in yet another engagement. We've already got 5 kills on the board for him, looking for the 6th, as he can hear the third party coming in. And as soon as Payamz hears gunshots, he's just automatically gravitating towards him.
And now you can see again Risky getting a few shots onto this ball, gonna be able to take it down, should be able to take down this opposition as well. Beautiful shotgun shot to the face. It's gonna be E2 Senpai who gets taken down. Now, we're down to 10 members left on this board as the storm is slowly but surely making its way within the next 15 seconds. As it is going to be Payamz shredding that pyramid with that P90. He has legendary shotgun, legendary scar. Meanwhile, Risky, legendary shotgun, and I'd say epic or rare AK-47 to his name. And he's just continuing to drill, continuing to force the opposition to use their materials. See who's gonna run out first, your materials or my ammo, says Payamz. Whips out the dance moves as he's gonna keep on going, keeps on drilling. For how much longer is the question.
He is just trying to... What you'll see a lot of in the end game is a lot of people just shooting out buildings and trying to take the walls off of each other to try and use that edit mechanic to the best of their ability. But Snowboy now, he actually just got a second elimination again. He's trying to find a few players as there are a couple players just flying around in and around him as it looks like Payamz is going to try and take this gunfight. That player does a great job of getting that 1-by-1 off and actually putting Payamz back towards that zone, as now the spray is going to come in to try and spam shoot that building down. Luckily for Payamz, he's got the slurp juice and mini shields to work with. Snowboy now is going to go ahead and build his way over towards this 1-by-1 and try and take the height advantage here. As I'm not too sure what player, I think that might be Risky still, who's across the top over towards that mountain as Payamz. Risky's actually going to reposition himself. This is going to be a head-to-head gunfight here between about 5 different people. Risky's, what are you doing? You absolute insane man. As he's literally nearly just landed on top of 6 players there.
He's just jumping right into between every single member that's left alive on this map. You can see Payamz, he's not sick and tired. Taking down the enemy's walls just yet. Quick edit coming in, shredding those stairs. You got the zone coming in, takes him down with the shotgun, takes the shield away. Very quick play, but he's not done yet. He's not out of the fight just yet as Risky gets eliminated. Now, looking towards Snowboy. We went down from 9 people to 5 in a matter of seconds, and Payamz still alive and kicking at this point. Now looking towards Inferno Stilson. He was one of the people that was eliminated in the very early stages of the game by one of the members from his own team. Let's see what Payamz is going to be able to do here. He's trying to pick up a few materials here and there. Gets a shot. We're looking towards Inferno Snowboy. Spots an opposition out. Gets the high ground. Trying to see if he can get into the right position. Get a right angle. See if he can eliminate them and take the 3rd elimination for himself of this game. Takes up that shot. Takes up that scar rather.
Yeah, one thing you're going to see these players start to do now is just panic. Because there's so much going on around them, you can see Payamz trying to take some shots there, and you're going to see this player potentially edit on him soon. As he does a great job of putting that ramp up, putting a little bit of daylight between him and that opposition player. He's going to elect to reposition, try and get that high ground. As I say that, there is actually one player way up. I think that might have been Snowboy, right? All the way at the top of those buildings there. So he's in a great position. As he actually uses the Porter Rift as well to just gain the height advantage. Payamz takes some shots. Stilson, see you later, mate, as he's going to go back to the lobby after some great shots from Payamz. And now we are down to our final 3. Snowboy's in a brilliant position to win this game here, as he is just going to come out of that Portal Rift and just hang around at the top. Yeah,
you got Snowboy towards the top, Payamz towards the bottom, and then you got that last surviving member right between them. Snowboy takes a lot of damage coming into this fight here, down to around 50 HP. Meanwhile, you're looking towards Payamz, just trying to reposition himself. Every single person is very, very close to being on the very edge of the circle. Now, Payamz guns him down, takes down the wall. Now it's going to be down to 1v1. I believe it is going to be Inferno Quid against Payamz.
Quid's going to win this game. If Quid makes this a build-off and just builds as much height as he can, he will win this game. He has got 2 medkits to work with in comparison to no heals from Payamz, as Payamz has actually took some damage here. He is going to get the mini shields off. 150 HP here for Payamz. 100 near enough on the side of Quid. Quid jumps down, the build's coming into play. Payamz is just trying to trap him in the zone here. He's done a brilliant job as he's just trying to position the edit. Comes in, the build, and Quid finds the shotgun flick onto the headshot. Payamz, sit down, my man. As what a beautiful shot out of Quid.
Yeah, absolutely sensational. It was almost forced out of that zone time and time again by Payamz. I'm kind of curious why he wouldn't just go for the gunfight on his own. Why he didn't want to turn around and fight. He was just trying to go with that cheeky finish to get that victory royale, but instead it was Quid who was able to get that one pump to the face and took down Payamz and took that victory royale for himself in the second game of the day.
Wow, what an ending. I mean, I thought for a second Snowboy was going to take it due to the fact that he had the portal rift and he tried to get the high ground. He did get shot out of midair, however, that was Quid. Quid did a great job of jumping down, editing himself down. For a second, I thought Payamz was just going to try and build around him and trap him in the zone, but Quid did a great job of, I don't want to say 360, but he 180 headshotted him with the shotgun flick. You saw Payamz put those 2 walls down. He edits 1 wall. He finds the shotgun pump for 120 damage. But because he was so low, Quid just hanging on with a sliver of life to find that final pump.
Yeah, we are going to be taking a look at the highlights very, very shortly to see if we can break down all the action from that last game and see exactly how Quid managed to take the win in this second game. And I want to see that start that we actually had. I think we had a lot of action coming in towards Risky, who was still kind of cutting around. And then you had Clipper, who was also just going with the same exact strategy as that last game. It didn't work out for him this time around. Said it was Quid. So it's still the same team. You got Clipper who took the first game, and now you got Inferno Quid who took the second one.
Well, over to you, Mistake, as he's the final member of Inferno left to win a game. As it's just one of those things where the squad of Inferno practice endgames. You can tell just because of the way their position is. We can see some kills coming in from Payamz here. As it was just a very evenly back and forth game. This is Payam's 3rd kill of the game as that player tries to glide or redeploy away. And this here, what a beautiful kill that was, putting the trap down, forcing the player away. A beautiful edit on that ramp to find that shotgun pump and finish him off with the SMG. And this is just a Payam's highlight reel right now as he's just doing great plays.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, this is the look that we had at Risky. Forcing with the opposition here. I believe that was, in fact, E2 Senpai who got taken down. And this one right here from Payamz. I don't even know how he came out on top in this one. This was still back when there was like 5 or 6 people left on the board. Now here, we're looking at Snowboy when he tried to reposition. Then Inferno took down, or Stilson was eliminated by Payamz. And this is where it came down to a 1v1, I believe, in this scenario. When it was Payamz against Quid. And this right here is what you said. He was trying to push him out of the zone. But Quid, with that quick flick, to take him down and take that win for himself. Very well played.
Yeah, brilliant play from Quid for a second then. Like I said, I thought Payamz with that edit was going to find the headshot. He did find the headshot, but luckily for Quid, he had an over 80 shield on himself. So, unfortunately for Payamz, congratulations to Quid as we have got both players on the stage with Summer and Ahmed. Take it away.
And we're back. Thank you, casters. Thank you so much. We're back with Payamz and the winner. أهلا. شو اسمك?
Amir, Quid. Amir or Quid.
أهلا. He killed you.
Yeah, I let him kill me, so, you know.
Ah, he let you for the money. You want him
For the money. For the money, yeah, you know.
He let you kill him. How does it feel? إيش رأيك? How does it feel to join us here and play and actually win in the tournament?
It was an honor to play with 4 players like him and Teeqzy and the other, I don't know, Prime. And
Instead of 1, you have 5 pro players.
yeah. No, 7. 7 pro players. It was a fun experience. I was a bit nervous. I didn't expect to win, but I somehow won.
Well, congratulations. Do you have any comments about his gameplay?
It was very nice. He kept really well the high, so it was difficult for me to take high from him. But yes, it was amazing game.
Lovely. It was great watching the game, actually. How many kills?
4 kills.
4 kills. Wow. Look at the crowd. The crowd are so happy.
أنا عندي سؤال. اللاعب اللي لعب من الساعة اللي فاز صاحبك؟
نفس الفريق انفيرنو.
شنو اسم الفريق؟
انفيرنو.
Inferno.
يعني
Very
شكلكم
nice.
جايين تفوزون بكل البطولة. جايين تجمعون كل الجوائز. كل واحد مرة. من بعد عندكم؟
You scored 1 shot in the end of the show.
الثالث والرابع والخامس. من فيكم أحسن لاعب؟ كل واحد يقول انا.
Payamz, we still have more games to come. Give us like a word of encouragement for everyone here.
Sorry?
Word of encouragement, like something to encourage them. What do you want to tell them to play?
They have to work. Like if they want to be pros, they have to just practice a lot. Don't think about. Don't compare yourself to others, and then you just have to have your own gameplay. You know. So just keep it.
Nice. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're going to head back to the casters, and we're going to be back with another game. Congratulations once again.
Yes, thank you very much, Sama and Ahmed, and obviously congratulations to Quid for that second match win. And obviously thank you very much to Payamz for giving the words of advice to the youngster as well. But we are going to get these players back in position and head into our third game. I think, how many games are we actually playing? Is it 3 games we're playing, or it might be 4? Right?
No, we've played 2 games of Fortnite, and this is the third one for so far.
Okay,
so
cool.
Yeah, the first game was Inferno Clipper, who took the win, and then followed by Inferno Quid, which we saw last game. So let's see if Mistake or Stilson. So there are 4 members on the team of Inferno. So Stilson and Mistake.
It would be
looking
insane
at you guys.
If could you imagine like a member of Inferno wins every game? That would be like, they'd be having a party.
Yeah.
'Cause that'd be a lot of AED that they've won over the weekend.
Yeah, but like, still, here's the thing: if we have 4 games and each one of them wins a game, then they're all just getting the same prize.
Yeah, true. So they'll be loving life.
Yeah, exactly.
But we are just going to see these players prepare themselves into the next game as Quid does head back over to the gaming arena. As it's just a matter of time before we get into this next one. I mean, other than the squad of Inferno who have obviously done a brilliant job, is there anyone in particular that you're sort of looking for? Because in my opinion, Payamz, I don't know how he's not won a game yet.
For me, it's like I'm looking towards Payamz and Teeqzy. Those are the 2 guys I'm looking out for. Like we've had a look at Prime a few times. He was landing in a perfect spot, but just gets outgunned in a fight, gets taken down. I think the last game we saw him get taken down by Payamz.
Yeah, no, that was the first game where they both landed at.
No, like Payamz also eliminated him
Did he
again.
eliminate him in the second game twice by his
like this time, this is where he landed on his stairs. So I think he one-pump shotgun and then switched to the MP5 and just knocked him down.
Yes.
So you had Payamz who eliminated Prime twice. Then you had Teeqzy who had like 6 or 7 kills in that first game that we saw earlier on today. So yeah, for me, those would be the 2 players I'm looking out for. And maybe, who knows, maybe Mistake and Stilson will step up this time for Team Inferno and grab the 3rd win for their team.
Yeah, it'd be very surprising if they had bad games, because I mean, we've seen how good the Inferno duo of Quid and Clipper can be, so no doubt those 2 want to get a bit of the limelight as well. As again, we are just waiting for these players to load into the game for our 3rd game here in this grand final. Already, like we said, Inferno sharing a splash of the cash thus far, and you'd like to think if Clipper and Quid place well in the next few games, it would be very surprising if they finish outside of the prize pool standings.
Yeah, and I think I'm not sure if it's actually prize pool standings or if it's just per win.
Is it? I'm not.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's actually a point system.
I thought it was 22,000 broke down. If it's just per win, then that's
no.
great.
I think it's just 25,000 dirhams. And then each win is, like, let's say, I think if we're playing 6 games, then each one would be a 6th of those of the.
Okay, so we'll have to wait and see later on.
We'll clarify.
I'm sure
for
we'll
all
get,
you guys out there
get
very
it all
soon.
clarified for you guys. But you can see a few shots here of our Fortnite influencers as they get ready for the game. And I mean, just from a caster's point of view, I know that going onto stage, going on the mic, there's always an element, like, I still, to this day, I've been doing it full-time for a year and a half. I work on TV back at home. I shouldn't be nervous about doing any of these
Are you
events.
going to mention your house in Spain again?
Why? You mention it, but seeing as we're talking about it, as I mean, I still get slightly nervous when doing these events, meeting new people.
Yeah.
But as soon as the mic's turned on and you start speaking, everything goes out the window and you're completely fine.
Yeah.
Are any of these pro players gonna be nervous? I mean, I know some of the younger kids might be.
I'll be honest with you. For me, it's exactly the same thing. It's like the nervousness kind of just goes away after the first few minutes. Like once I kind of get into the groove of things and get used to it, it doesn't matter how many events I do. It's always like the first few minutes of that event will be very nervous. But once I get used to the environment, once I get used to like everyone around me and stuff like that, it just flows normally.
Oh yeah, so no doubt these guys are exactly the same as. I'm looking forward to seeing some more Fortnite action. You said we've got 6 games.
Possibly 6 games.
Possibly
Because
6
you know
games.
what's happening after those Fortnite games? We got Nicky Romero. We got Mr. Dunn
Wait,
playing against each other on FIFA.
The Nicky Romero?
The Nicky Romero.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously, if you guys don't know who Nicky Romero is, you've been living under a rock. He's
Hey, you leave Patrick Starr out of this.
as he's one of the biggest international and worldwide DJs. I'm looking forward to getting him on the stage, seeing if he's, you know what, he can spin some decks.
But can he play FIFA?
But can he play FIFA?
Against a world champion?
Against the first ever Arabian
You see,
world
here's
champion.
the thing. There's throwing him in the deep end, and then there's just what we're doing here. I don't even know how to describe what we're doing to Nicky Romero right here, throwing him against Mr. Dunn.
I mean, I've played Mr. Dunn myself. He's a very good player.
Oh, really? We've seen him play against Ahmed as well, and Ahmed lost, what, 6-1 was it? You can hide behind the stage, but we can see you.
Hey, I only lost 3-1. I should have beat him in the second game.
Of course you should have.
I scored a very good goal, and then he scored 2 goals that were in-game mechanic problems, not my problems. All right, so technically we drew. So
you know what?
I could be good
The
enough.
scoreline was 3-1. You lost. Just take it.
Okay.
See, that's all you have to do.
He's just got to suck it up sometimes. But we obviously have got pro players Apex from the organization Vitality, and obviously former Team Envious star in Scream is here. Yes, 2 of the best CS:GO players to ever do it are coming onto the stage, playing some games with you guys. I think you're playing in a few
I want to
games
play
as well.
against one of them. Like it's either, I think they're going to be having show matches where it's going to be 1v1, or I think we're going to be having Scream on one game, on one side, Apex on one side, and then we're going to have people from the crowd. We're going to have you guys playing with the
like a
them on stage.
5v5? Actually,
Yeah.
Surely we can't do like a full like first to 60.
I'd love to do that, because you know what's going to happen? This is going to be Scream killing 4 members, Apex killing 4 members, and then it's just going to be a 1v1 round at the end.
I mean, yeah, we could be here for a while. I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you get the chance to play against a pro player in any game, it'd be FIFA, Fortnite, CSGO, it's always going to be a great experience. But speaking of that game, Fortnite, we are jumping out of the battle bus and into our 3rd game here. 31 players in the lobby. They're ready to play some games, and no doubt Payamz is heading over towards Pleasant Park.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised. Only one person has thanked the bus driver. That man is working hard to get you where you want to be. All he gets is a thank you. That's it.
I don't even thank the bus driver. I just forget. I don't even get why I said it.
Who do you think's flying the...
I think you get XP for it, right? You get like +5 XP for thanking the
You
bus
see,
driver.
exactly. You see how many times you can thank the bus driver? It's just free XP. Free real estate.
That's not going to help you level up. I don't get it. Maybe if you thank the bus driver and you got like a battle pass tier every time you did it, I'd be spamming thank you every single time. But you are going to see these players jump into their elected spawn zones. Again, some of these pro players and these competitive players that play the game day in, day out, they've got their favorite positions. They know where they want to land.
Yeah, and I think now we're going to have him look on to Risky again. Let's see if he's going to adapt to that same plan that he's had before. This is the 3rd time that he's landed in the same location. Meanwhile, Payamz again in Pleasant Park here. Going to that chest right smack dab in the middle of that football field.
It'd be interesting to see if Clippers landed over by the volcano as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I would be surprised if he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked for 2 games pretty much, but you mentioned Risky now. Over by Frosty Flights. We've seen him land here in back-to-back games. And I think the reason he's landed here is because, like I said, the Stormwings used to spawn here, but now obviously there are mass spawns for those hamster balls, and we see him all the time driving around in one of those.
And that is just very mean. Prime destroying every single chair in that diner. That's just a lot of damage for no reason. What did the diner chairs ever do to you?
Give me wood.
What?
They gave me wood.
I'm just gonna leave that one aside by. But let's see, as now we have 30.
Oh dear.
JP, relax.
Prime now is going to find a player. Tries a very audacious shot with that hunting rifle. This player's this was like the aeroplanes that were going past us.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just diving around everywhere.
Yeah, but let's see how Risky's still looting away here in Frosty Flights. I'm just gonna guess that Inferno's landed in that same location for the 3rd time in a row now, because I don't see a reason why not. Meanwhile, Payamz seeing someone in that wrecking ball, instantly jumping out of there and repositioning themselves and building up a few walls here. Now he's throwing out a grenade. A little bit of vision now.
Yeah,
He's getting closer and closer.
He's just going to spam those stink bombs, or I thought he was anyway, but you saw the player elect to hit the rift to go, reposition himself, and now Payamz has lost him. As those stink bombs, they're very, very good, not for doing damage to people, but for repositioning other players. But as I say that, Tank is going to be eliminated, and that was Payamz. Oh, sorry, no, that was Tank eliminating Payamz, actually. So Payamz out early for the first time.
Payamz, I was rooting for you. What happened? You got eliminated because right now Risky as well might be following suit. Oh, beautiful jump shot. Beautiful elimination coming in here. It's kind of sad that all that guy had was kind of a little bit of ammo, I think.
That was mistake as well.
Yeah. Wait, that was mistake?
That was mistake.
Well,
so.
Looks like it's all up to Stilson at this point to try and get the third win for the team. Let's see if he manages to do so. And meanwhile, looking towards Xenon Tank as he tries to reposition himself after taking down Payamz right here above Loot Lake. Let's see what he's going to be able to loot here in this location.
Yes, we are going to see how this one starts to unfold. Tank, obviously after that earlier kill onto Payamz, he's not got anyone to worry about in and around Pleasant Park. He's going to get as much loot under his wing as possible, taking all those resources with him. Risky, obviously, on that earlier kill we saw as well. He's going to still try and get those minis up and running. He's 100 HP right now. Also is Tank, as he's actually elected to hit that rift to go and reposition over towards Loot Lake here. Loot Lake has had a bit of a spring clean since the start of the initial game. You've got that new middle bit now that allows you a lot more loot, and Risky's going to jump on a quad cruncher out of it.
Yeah, he has two quads, two choices here. Let's see which one he actually picks out. I think the left one looks better.
Yeah, I'm more of a lefty. I write with my left hand, so I prefer anything on the left is always good.
Well, let's see what Xenon Tank, how he's going to progress in this game. But yeah, we did get a little bit of more information about the prize pool for you guys. So it's basically 25,000 dirhams per day. That's the prize pool. We have that today and we have that tomorrow. So if you guys want to make some cash, if you guys want to play some Fortnite, make some money in the process, join us today and tomorrow, of course.
You know, you've just sent a mass calling out to every single Fortnite player. There's just going to be people emerging from the sea.
You know, like the crabs from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, from like every single continent in the world, just coming out of the sea. And
they're just going to hear,
Fortnite, Fortnite, oh my god, I can win money playing Fortnite. That's what you're going to see for like the next day or so now. Thanks, Dowd, appreciate it. Appreciate it, mate. It's Misho. He's going to go ahead and rotate with that hamster ball. Tank, he's done a great job of rotating even further over past Loot Lake now. So you're just going to see, this is what I like to call the rotation stage of a game. Usually in Battle Royales you have 3 stages. You have the loot phase, the rotation phase, and that end zone phase. So in that stage number 2, which a lot of these players are going through right now, you're just going to see a lot of repositioning. Okay, that cannon's going for a swim.
Yeah, let's see how Mishu with that wrecking ball just flying about. This one is into this little trailer park right here. Meanwhile, Xenon Tank still. I think he left, like now he's going towards Dusty Divot, seeing what loot he can actually find there, because he doesn't really have. Oh boy, that's a big prize right there. I was just gonna say that he doesn't really have the best of loots, and then he picks up that legendary shotgun.
Yeah, since that new version of the pump has come into the game, it's so good. It does 190 damage to their head. It one pumps everyone pretty much from any range if it's relatively close. But Risky now, once again in that hamster, we're going to rotate his way out. He's actually spotted 3 chests, so no doubt he's going to go ahead and...
I don't even know what that is.
So that's a part of the battle pass. So you find certain parts of the map, it tells you to go to a location, and you get like a battle pass.
Oh man, we needed that battle pass. Why don't you get it for us? That's just very rude.
As we are going to see Risky now go over towards the fortress at the top of Polar Peak. He's got to continue rotating further east, as this part of the map is not safe. He does spot one player. I'm not too sure if that player has hopped on the zipline. No, he is farming those materials. Now, 31 damage coming into play as Risky is going to start to engage.
I do want to say that we actually haven't seen a lot of action, but finally we might be seeing some here. So we're down to 24 people. Looks like going to be eliminated from the game. And now, Risky looking to find his second elimination of the game. Forced to fly away here as the storm has come in. Meanwhile, see that there is one person towards the southeast who's just flying away and not able to connect any of those shots. I believe he just dinked him once. That's just about it here. Meanwhile, Mishu on the opposite side of the storm for them from Xenon Tank, I believe, and Risky. Now he's still sticking with the hamster ball. I'm loving the fact that he would go inside and outside of buildings with that hamster ball. He doesn't care.
I mean, surprisingly, for something that looks quite big, it's very maneuverable. You know, you can maneuver your way through gaps and holes in the wall, and it's a good use of just a mechanic in the game to rotate a lot quicker than you'd usually see. Speaking of that, we are going to see Mishu rotate with that hamster once again towards Paradise Palms now. And I think this is just going to end slightly southeast of Paradise Palms here. So you're going to see a lot of these players, not a lot's going to happen because a lot of these players landed in the further eastern side, northeastern side of the map, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And now, as Xenon Tank is still waiting in Dusty Divot, you can see that Risky again spots out that wrecking ball. Landing a few shots, you can hear those dinks, but he's just not able to take it out just yet. Meanwhile, it is going to be Mishu making his way. He doesn't know that there is a drop actually just towards the west from him. That's something that I've actually noticed. I've rarely seen people, and that's just from my experience really, I've rarely seen people actually go for those drops.
As in the supply drops out of the air? I guess
like
it's just...
I know they have amazing loot, but it's just always baffling me why
it's one of those things
really
where you have to stand still to search it. So it's going to be one of those things where if you stand still for a split second, you can get sniped out of anywhere, and a lot of those drops are in open zones, so it's very hard to engage in a gunfight and build your way out of that scenario. So a lot of people, I think they'd rather play positional, like in the positional game than hope for some good loot, because, okay, if you go to it, you're going to probably get quite a few materials, but at the same time, you have a potential of losing your life and wasting all those materials because you have to build your way out.
Yeah, but you see, when it comes to me, I'm a very greedy player, so I will go for that drop every single time.
Oh yeah, I'm a guy that I will happily like build my teammate in a box to like get the loot up first, or like I remember once actually the supply drop was stuck in a tree, and I was playing squads with a couple of my subscribers, and we had to build the ramp up into the tree to get the. I don't know why we didn't knock it down, but this guy had started building a ramp up to get the supply drop, so I had a shockwave grenade. I shockwaved him off the top, and I ended up killing him by accident. So, little bit of bad sportsmanship from John P there, but you know,
it's not bad sportsmanship. It's just that you're bad at the game.
It's just fun. I mean, he put himself in a position for it to happen.
Yeah, true.
To happen, so.
You see, every single time I try to go for a drop and my friends go in a fight, they're always just calling me very greedy, among other explicit words.
Yeah,
I should not bring up.
I just like engage. I hate playing slow-paced games. It's so annoying. That's why a lot of people love Fortnite and games along those lines and battle royales in general, because 9 times out of 10 it's a lot of fast-paced action, and the one thing I hate is looting throughout the whole starting stage and first stage of the game to then the first gunfight you get shot in the back or something like that. It's very frustrating, as you're going to see Risky.
I'm not sure what he grabbed onto there, as Risky in a lot of danger in that wrecking ball, trying to actually get out of it. He's still battering away. I think he wants to try and get a kill with the wrecking ball.
If he gets a kill with this wrecking ball, I am walking off the stage. I will refuse to commentate Fortnite ever again in my life.
Okay, make it happen. You heard it, Risky. Get a kill with the wrecking ball. That's what I'm waiting for right now. I mean, I'll be honest, if he managed to do that, just walk straight into the ocean.
It's
that way we both don't benefit from him getting killed.
So if you guys want to know what high-octane Fortnite esport gameplay looks like, Risky's demonstrating it right now.
I think he's just determined to get a kill with this wrecking ball.
Do you know how frustrated this other player must be? That you've just got someone grappling around you with a hamster ball, making you waste all of your material. Oh god.
Oh, he's actually he dinked him with the shield. He took down the structure. Will he be able to run him over? No, he actually jumps out, whips out the shotgun, takes him down. There's no more shield. Tries to get him down with that P90. Gonna be a lot of spraying coming out. Now it's gonna be a full-on build-a-thon. Does have the height advantage. Meanwhile, you got a third party coming in with that sniper. He's trying to jump in, trying to take down that wall, trying to take down that pyramid here. The trap is set though. Is that really the best choice? No, a campfire is not what you want to put. He gets a shotgun and he takes down Stilson. from Team Inferno.
Stilson has probably just broken his mouse and keyboard just from the frustration that has happened in that gunfight. The fact that he had a chance to kill him as well, he had a chance to kill Risky because Risky had to campfire out for some reason. Fortnite.
It's not just that he was standing there for like 2 or 3 minutes straight, and he just got a wrecking ball coming at you over and over again.
He wasted like 100, 200 of materials
at least
on that one engagement, and it's so frustrating. And that's why I used to hate the Stormwings. You used to build a one by one, and then all you'd hear is then you'd build up again, and it's so frustrating. So no doubt, Stilson will have some kind words for him after this game, but that's enough about that scenario. We're going to start to see Mishu now in the wrecking ball of his own, trying to rotate his way around, but his wrecking ball, a couple more tags, and that'll be completely useless.
Yeah, let's see here as XeonTech is going to spot him out.
I just love how Tank was just stood behind a tree crouch. He was like, to become a tree, you must be the tree.
you must be one with the tree.
Was that your French accent again?
No, that's not my... Look, you leave my French accent out of this.
It was.
Look, you leave my French accent out of this. I'll leave your home in Spain out of this, okay? Now,
wow.
Back into the game. Tank going for another fight. Beautiful shot now, taking down that shield away from the opposing side. Seeing if you can actually whip up that P90 and gun him down again. There's no build thought this time around. Beautiful shot coming in, and Tank getting his 3rd kill right here of this game.
Yeah, he got some brilliant resources there as well. He's got the jump pad. He's got all of those mini shields as well as the big pots. So very, very clean shot there. We saw the 148 damage to the headshot. Unfortunately for that player, he didn't have any shields. So it was unfortunate to get one pump there in that scenario, but you can't take anything away from the great aim there out of that player. Now Risky does spot him. Going to take some shots over, and this is just Risky making him waste materials.
And this is exactly why I can't play Fortnite. Because I just rage very quickly. If I keep shooting at someone, I waste like 30 bullets, and they just press one button and then they rebuild. I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's just like, you know when it's just like, you're shooting, it's like, no.
Exactly.
You shoot the wall out, no. You shoot the wall out again, no.
You see,
it's just, it's so frustrating.
Don't do that, no.
Are you okay, Tao?
No,
it's been a long day.
I'm losing my marbles right now.
Just watching.
Yes.
Fortnite.
Because like, again, he did the same exact thing. Shoot. Nope. Just no. Rebuild. Repair. Repair. And that's all you saw.
And especially with turbo build on as well, you don't even have to press the. You just hold it, and it's just like doo-doo, doo-doo. It's so frustrating. As we are going to see the top 16 players left alive here is Mishu. He's going to go in and get tagged up by that stink bomb. Another one coming into play. And again, I mentioned it earlier when we saw Payamz using the stink bombs. It's a brilliant resource to use to reposition the enemy player. It does 5 damage over time, but if you're standing in the middle of it, that's going to tick off a lot of damage.
Yeah, and Essie's going to take a lot of it right now. He's at the 49 HP, including that shield here. He actually has a little bit of slurp juice. No bandages, though. Going to try and actually go for the fight here. But not going to be in the advantage because right now Mishu on the low ground. Actually, they're about even ground right now in Tank. And another fight on his own here. Right towards the south side of Fatal Fields. Oh, beautiful shot here. Beautifully connecting, taking down the opposition side's shield. Now, you can see Mishu trying to take in as much slurp juice as possible to regenerate himself.
Yep, Mishu now has got those shields on. Tank gonna go ahead and try and tag some of those players up. He's doing a great job as well. 3 kills on the board. 13 players remain. He has spotted one slightly to his east over by that long bar.
Oh god, look at that loot. You got legendary sniper, legendary shotgun, legendary P90. He's little to the 9s at this point. Meanwhile, Mishu, as you said, 13 people still left on the board. That drop may yet untouched at this point. XeonTech, very, very good position right now as the next zone is going to be right above him, so he doesn't really have to move. He's going to have to wait for the opposing side to come towards him. And now, Risky waiting. He waits for that zone, as I believe he is also right under XeonTech as well. So you got 2 or 3 people in those structures. XeonTech, I don't think he actually... Oh, he might have just spotted him out in the bottom right corner of his screen. But does he want to go for that fight? And does he want to expose himself for the up-and-coming players right now in the next few minutes as well? Let's see what XeonTech is actually going to try and do in this situation, given that he has someone above him. Or sorry, he has someone below him at this point. He has a few people coming towards him.
for that next zone. How is he going to deal with those players?
Tank just going to go ahead and try and edit a few of his own builds here to get some eyes on any of these opposition players. Mishu now just steamrolling through the corn like a lawnmower.
I think there was another player right next to him as well with another wrecking ball as well.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious. I was like, does it actually run over the grass fields or can he like hide?
Could you imagine if he could hide in the grass? That would be crazy. But no, as you can see, they're demonstrated by that player just underneath Tank. It does unfortunately drop that long grass. So now Tank has got a couple of players around him, and that's because he's right bang in the center of the zone here. It's going to be interesting to see how this one unfolds. 28 seconds until that storm shrinks once again. And I'm just thinking, who's got the biggest rotation here? I'm not too sure if anyone's actually outside of the zone right now.
Well, I don't think anyone is at this point. We're still 13 people left on the board. Zone's going to be finished moving in about 10 seconds. And now, Mishu. I think Mishu, Tank, and there's one more person that are on top of each other, basically. And Tank has a great eyesight over absolutely every area at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of players within the same vicinity, like you mentioned, all on top of each other at the same time. 13 players remain still, however, waiting to see when the next big gun engagement comes into play. And what I'll say is, in these scenarios here, it takes one gunfight to spark a series of unfortunate events. As this is looking like Tank is going to be that man to start it. You can see a few shots coming in. You hear that? That was the heavy sniper rifle there. You see immediately that build gets shredded apart. There's Tank edging forward here, trying to take some shots over the top of this building on that player as oh my
God. How many people went through the rift there?
I think 4 people just hit a portal rift at the same time by accident. Gonna reposition here now, Tank.
Life by Risky as well, who is trying to move as the storm does. Now, still 12 people on the board. Only one person was eliminated from that last zone. Xenon Tank has 4 kills to his name. Let's see, will he be able to keep it up? Right now, spots someone out dropping in. He has not 1 but 2 targets right in front of him. Not able to get any kills. I think he thinks 1 or 2 people. Or once or twice rather, as now Mishu dancing up the ramp outside of the storm. Not really where you want to be dancing because you're taking a lot of damage this late into the game. The circle getting smaller and smaller. The storm getting closer and closer as Risky. Surrounded by people, left, right, and center. Mishu still on the hunt, still on the prowl to get 1 kill with that wrecking ball. Down to around 10 people now as Minion gets eliminated from the game. Mishu still moving, but the wrecking ball not going to survive as it is going to be Xenon Tank who takes him down. Frustrated with the amount of wrecking balls around this area, just decides to shoot them up 1 by 1.
Yeah, Mishu somehow still alive in this here. As Tank dives on one player, that's going to be Pidgeotic. He's going to get the kill. 4 kills for Tank. Can he make it a 5th? The shotgun pump comes in, 66 damage done. Beautiful second flick there with that legendary shotgun, finding 110 damage on the headshot. Now, 5 kills on the board. It is 7 people remain here to be our game number 3 winner. Risky going to go ahead and try and use that jump pad to reposition. Dives straight into one of the players. He's actually put a trap down.
Oh, it looks like now we're down to about 6 people left on the board. And I just saw Inferno Quid is still alive, so there is a potential of a return winner here. Now, Quid on top of another person right there. The zone going to be moving slowly. You got people having a build-a-thon on the bottom. You got 3 people parachuting on top of each other, flying up now. Inferno Z-Day gonna get eliminated by Risky. And now Risky, I think he got his 3rd or 4th kill. Quid still parachuting down. Slower than ever at this point. Sniper is gonna be coming up from the side of Risky in this situation. I think he just spotted out Quid. Everyone's gonna be parachuting down slowly as we progress into the last fight. And every single time we get closer towards the end of the circle, people just seem to be using and opening a rift here in this dimension and repositioning themselves. And again, Quid, I think this is the 3rd time he positioned again. Risky on the ground. 4 people left against him. 5 people in total at this point. Risky has golden shotgun. Sorry, it was a legendary P90. Legendary sniper. The sniper's not going to help him now. It's going to be that pump shotgun and that P90 to take down everyone standing in front of him at the moment. Oh, Quid though. A gift coming down right on top of him. Doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, he gets engaged from behind his wall. Tank getting his 6th kill of the game as he takes him down. Now, still a few more people left on the board. It is going to be Xenon Tank who gets eliminated from the game by the side of Risky. Now Risky jumping on top. He already has 6 kills to his name. How many more can he get in this game? Beautiful shot coming in with that shotgun, taking out 30% of his shield.
But is that going to be enough as we have a 1v1v1 scenario at the moment? Xenon Tank was eliminated. Risky now with a height advantage. See, comes out right on top of him, misses the shotgun, not going to connect, but he gets taken down, and there it is! It is going to be Risky with that victory royale for the third game of tonight.
Yeah, it's a brilliant performance there out of Risky, to be honest with you. He did a great job of utilizing those buildings, utilizing that edit as well as obviously knowing when to push and engage in that gunfight. And it's about time he's won a game, to be honest with you. He's done very well in the first 2 games in terms of staying alive, getting to that final scenario, but got a little bit unlucky. And we see him do a great performance there in terms of the way he edited himself in those scenarios. We saw the fact that he was very high up, and then he elected to edit his way out, rebuild, reposition himself, and finding that final kill.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to be having a look at those highlights and see if we can break down that third game for you guys. See exactly how Risky managed to get that third one, and I believe he ended up with 7 kills on the board.
Yeah, 7. So.
One of the players there gets absolutely. And I love watching this guy. Every single time the camera's on him, he's either smiling or doing some weird way to warm up into the game.
He's having fun. That's the main thing, right? At the end of the day, yes, this is a tournament. You guys are playing for money. And this is where Risky actually nearly died here because he had the campfire out. Luckily for him, that player misses that shot. There's Tank there with a beautiful 148 damage shotgun pump. And Risky, he was living on the edge throughout the whole game.
And I think, by the way, the supposed 5th kill for Xenon Tank right here, the guy he kills right here actually secured the kill on the last person that we saw. He didn't get it because he already had 4 kills going into that engagement. Was able to get a total of 6 towards the end of the game. He got taken down, and then Risky, beautiful flick, was able to get that last member, and he got that third and final win for himself of Fortnite on that stage. And you have to say, incredible performance from Risky. He had a lot of close calls, as you saw, you know, coming out with that campfire by mistake a few times, but all in all, very exceptional performance from Risky.
Yeah, he got the job done at the end of the day. That is what matters. It doesn't matter what could have happened, the if, buts and maybes. It matters about the facts, and the fact is Risky with a brilliant performance to take home this game number 3. Guys, we've got lots more Fortnite games coming up. Don't you worry about that. We have got 25,000 dirhams over the next 2 days worth of games that are going to be coming up. So yeah, we've got a lot of prize money to split up for you guys. So make sure you head down, get in on the action, come watch some Fortnite, have some fun.
Yeah, don't forget, it's 25,000 today. And it's 25,000 tomorrow. So a total of 50,000 dirhams to be given away across the 2 days that we have this weekend. This is exactly what we've been waiting for.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, all we've had since turning up to the Mother of the Nations festivals is... When's the Fortnite tournament? When's Fortnite
Let's not forget the first day of Fortnite, when people were just rushing to the stage.
Quick story. First day of Fortnite.
Story time, kids.
Me and Dowd are casting the first ever games of Fortnite here. It was crazy. The reason there's barriers here is to stop all the guys running up on the stage. We saw one guy get power bombed on the stage.
So yeah, so basically at this point we were commentating, and then I just saw JP just stare at the stage, and I was just like, "Hello, JP, what's happening?"
It went from a lovely Fortnite crowd to WWE's Royal Rumble very, very quickly. But no, it's great fun. It's great to see all the guys and girls, the young kids, getting involved in on the act. And Fortnite's one of those games, it really builds and brings everyone together. Cause
I think it brings out an ugly side of kids as well. That's the side that we've seen. That's the WWE Royal Rumble style that we've seen.
Just a bit. But it's fun. It's always fun. I mean, like we said, as soon as you say the word Fortnite, you just see loads of people running.
Stop saying that!
Hey, I mean, it's on the stage. It's on the screen.
Look, we're on the screen right now.
Hello, me. Fortnite. But we are going to throw it over to the stage where Ahmed and Summer has got Risky and one of our lovely influencers. Take it away.
Thank you so much, casters. Congratulations. Abdullah. Risky, مبروك. فزت معانا.
ايه نعم.
ما شاء الله ابتسامتك حلوة.
شكرا.
ابتسامتك حلوة معانا دائما في اللعب. ايش رايك في اللعب؟
والله ما توقعت انا. كنت بشارك بشوف. الحمد لله نصيب.
ليش ما كنت متوقع؟ ليش؟
أول مرة أشارك في بطولة.
أول مرة؟ بس أنت تلعب على طول فورتنايت.
ألعب على طول فورتنايت
ما شاء الله جدا حلو. طبعا اكزت ثامر من السعوديه، هيز برو بلاير، انا جيمر متواجد معانا. هاي اكزت.
اهلا وسهلا.
شلونك؟
والله الحمد لله.
جمهورك ما شاء الله كبير، كل ما نقعد دقيقه يجون ويصورون معاه. جمهور
احبكم كلكم.
عبد الله، شلون ايش رايك في اليوم بالذات؟ هذه بطولة جدا مميزة. We had pro players playing with you on the stage and you actually won. So how do you feel about that? شنو شعورك؟
ما شاء الله الجماعة كلهم يلعبون، وأول مرة تصير يعني بطولة في أبوظبي كهالحجم، يعني الصراحة
راح تشارك في بطولات ثانية إن شاء الله؟
نعم إن شاء الله.
تلعب ألعاب ثانية أو بس فورتنايت؟
والله ألعب كونتر سترايك، ألعب فورتنايت، H1Z1، عديت وايد ألعاب.
وعندك قناة في تويتش بعد صحيح؟
شنو قناتك على تويتش؟
LTK_risky.
يلعب فورتنايت على تويتش، معروف بالإمارات. اكزت، شنو رأيك في المهرجان؟
المهرجان مرة بطل، وصراحة الناس كثير، صراحة اللعب بطل، يعني كل شيء بطل يا أخي، أنتم أبطال.
أنا عجبني إن اكزت رايح فيها متحمس، أنتم أبطال، أنتم. اكزت متى بتفوز؟
أنا كنت بفوز، بس أنا أهم شيء عندي إني فنشت على اي 2 كي بي في الجيم. حطيت له فخ وفجأت قن وكل شيء وبس يعني، لكن الجيم الجاي بفوز، تذكروا.
خلاص فايز في عيونه يقول لك.
بس خلاص شكرا، حفزت.
Alright, thank you so much. This was definitely really fun. Congratulations once again. مبروك لك. وللحين عندنا ألعاب ثانية، ولكن نروح للكاسترز.
نروح للكاسترز وراح نواصل معاكم فورتنايت وبعد كاونتر سترايك، وعندنا ألعاب ثانية إن شاء الله راح تشوفونها على مسرحنا.
Yes, hello and welcome back to day number 11 here at the Mother of the Nation Festival. I'm your boy John P. I've actually got a little bit of a substitute, Dowd. He's a part-timer, what can I say? He's run off to get some food while I'm here starving. But we've got the Hound in his place. How are you doing today, Nick?
I'm doing pretty good. I was watching the Fortnite games on the sidelines, and I was just impressed at the amount of pace that they're going at, how aggressive they were playing, and the level of not just the communication, but just how much they moved as a unit. No, like not to say as a unit, like how they were able to just move from place to place as quickly as possible. There was just no, how to say, hesitation in what they did.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, a game like Fortnite, where rotations are so heavily important, you haven't got time to hesitate. To be honest with you, you have to kind of just say, you know what, it's going to happen. Edit your way out, build your way out. And hope for the best, because if you second doubt yourself and start thinking about, is this right, is this wrong, that's where you can get caught in a really bad scenario and end up dying because of it. So if you take the scenario where you don't care, really, you're just like, you know what, it either works or it doesn't. I think that's why a lot of pro players are successful, because they're just confident in what they do.
I mean, they definitely have to be confident, and when you're playing at this kind of level, right, for competitive players, it's really important for you to just have this understanding that, hey, if I doubt myself even for a second, that's a second wasted thinking about that decision. You got to make really quick decisions, and you got to kick some serious butt. And I agree with you. It's either you edit your way out, you build your way out, or you shoot your way out.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just waiting for these players to jump into the game. We've got a shot now of E2KB on your screen for you guys, one of our lovely Fortnite content creators on our screen. And I can't actually remember the name of the other content creator that we've got up here as well. The chap we just had on our screen. He's literally rocking a Fortnite t-shirt, and he is rocking Fortnite trousers or jogging bottoms that have the whole map print covered over it. I need to talk to him because I want myself a pair of those.
I want myself a pair of those too. And what's really important is where we drop in, boys. I love the fact that his t-shirt just had that. And that's just a question I feel that every time I load into a game of Fortnite, I'm like, okay, boys, where are we dropping? Are we dropping hot, dropping cold, or are we dropping somewhere in the middle?
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of that question, where do you usually drop when playing Fortnite?
Tilted Towers, all the way.
Tilted Towers, you're a Tilted Tower guys. Yeah, I mean, I do like a bit of Tilted Towers. Usually if I'm trying to play like more as like not a competitive point of view, but a more point of view where I want to play for the long run, I want to play for the end game, I'll probably drop somewhere like Pleasant Park maybe. It's really good over there. Polar Peak, also a very good spot to land, or Frosty Flights to get those hamster balls for the rotations later in the game. But we've seen 3 great games so far. We've seen Clipper win a game, we've seen Quid win a game, and we have seen Risky win a game.
Yes.
Are we going to continue to see the domination here from Inferno? Because let's not forget Quid, I think Quid finished 5th in that game, or 6th. So again, these boys from Inferno, they're placing very, very well right now.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, just not only the fact that they're placing really well, they're getting a very decent amount of kills. as well. So every time they're actually moving from point A to point B, they're always dropping people, and they're always just making sure that, hey, I get myself as healthy as possible, making sure I have the appropriate amount of utilities as well as ammunition to make sure that, hey, if I get caught right now, I can turn the fight around at the snap of a finger.
Yep, exactly. And one thing to mention, guys, quickly, if you are watching and you guys are wondering why you can't hear us back through the AT system, it is now prayer time here in Abu Dhabi, so therefore we have to respect that and turn off the big speakers. But you guys on stream can still hear us either way, so that's what matters. As you can see here, just waiting to get into our next game, and this is the guy here.
This guy has.
I wish I had the level of enthusiasm every day that this.
This guy is just filled with energy, and you can see already. As soon as he was done with the game, he just came out and he just gestured, "Yeah, I'm here to kick some serious butt."
Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, that's why he's a very successful content creator. At the end of the day, he has lots of people out here that love him, and he's very successful in what he does because he has fun and he's a great personality. But we are waiting for this next lobby to go ahead and load up again. We are playing in private lobbies, so it takes slightly longer to do the encoding and getting everyone in the same lobby ready to start at the same time. So, do apologise about that delay. But let's talk about Fortnite in general for a little bit. This is obviously a very more competitive game.
Yes,
in terms of they're going to be playing. What it is, it's for 25,000 dirhams today, right?
Yes.
So these guys want to stay alive and they want the best loot and loadout you can possibly get. In your eyes, when playing Fortnite, and from a competitive point of view, what is your go-to loadout in Fortnite? What 5 slots do you have?
Well, for me, I always try to keep something for utility to make sure I'm very healthy. I would like to get something along the lines of maybe like a shotgun and maybe like a nice rifle, in the sense that I cover my close range as well as my medium range. But the problem with that kind of style is that I do need to get at least a few throwables in as well, and maybe like a few utilities like a launch pad or something to make sure that my rotations are covered. Because if I get caught out and I have the crazy amount of firepower but I do not have the ability to rotate, it just puts me in a hard place.
Yeah, exactly. Usually when I play, I usually have like that pump shotgun in my slot 1, followed by like an SMG, just so that way if I hit the pump shotgun I can then switch to my SMG to finish the kill off. Obviously, like rolled in with like with a SCAR, in my opinion, the best assault rifle in the game. So definitely have that in there. And I usually keep the last 2 slots open for either minis, like mini shields, or med kits, for example, like you said, or having that throwable. I'm a big fan of the stink bomb. Because, you saw it beautifully there in the last game where I think it was Parazam, I think. Had them, he was throwing them at a player, forcing the player out. He got him down to 30 HP just off stink bombs alone, made him rotate out and got the kill from making him to position.
Sure, let's talk a little bit more about stink bomb mechanics, right? Mainly because that it's such an area denial kind of weapon that when people build on top of it, it forces them in a situation where, I mean, if the circle is bigger, people are able to rotate away and avoid the damage over time that the stink bomb provides. However, if it's a smaller little circle or in a more denser area, then it's a bit harder for you to actually to get out of that area denial. Mainly because, I mean, the popping numbers, the floating numbers that come up, you just throw one stink bomb and you immediately know, all right, you're doing damage onto the person. You know for a fact that they're in the area.
That's why I think you see, I don't want to say a lot of pro players because they don't really take them in terms of like the professional scrims, but you see like a lot of mid-tier like people that are playing in scrims take it because, I mean, you do see normal pros take it as well because in that final zone they can be very, very destructive. Like you said, in the end zone or in the last 2-3 zones, you don't have the most materials to work with in terms of the wood, metal, and brick.
Yeah.
You can't rotate as quickly as you want to just because of the confined environment. So if you can throw those stink bombs off and, like you said, force that damage indicator to come up, you'll know how much damage you're doing. In your head, you're kind of keeping a mental note of what's happening as well. You can really work the opposition player into your own hands. But you see here, we are just waiting on this next game to start up. Everyone is queuing into the game, readying up, waiting on a few things. As you can see here, this young man, he's flexing the guns right now.
Yeah, big guns right there.
He's ready for this game.
Yeah, he's ready for this game, and let me take a selfie real quick. Coming in from one of our lovely influencers right there, just getting those good times for the grams or the Snapchat or the Facebooks.
You got to do it for the grams.
I mean, you got to. I mean, it's all about the good times, and I feel that the Mother of the Nation Festival is. This is why I like this guy. I mean, it's big smiles, and it just shows that he's just happy to just be here and have a fun time.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it is, and I think that's what Fortnite does the best. It engages people of all ages, kids from the age of like 3-4 years old who play it to adults in their 40s play it, for example. So it really combines the whole community together, and different all ages. It doesn't matter, like all cultures, you name it. Everyone can agree one thing, that people love playing Fortnite.
I mean, it is one of the, to me personally, it is one of the best games. And I think that, I mean, if I had a little kid running around, right, playing some Fortnite, I'd be happy, you know, like, at least he's putting some good time into a game that's not too violent or not too adult-orientated.
Yeah, well, exactly. I think, obviously, like, that's the way everything is nowadays. I mean, it's just kind of the go-to thing in terms of if your kid's annoying you, just throw him in front of the TV, which, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with. I think that, obviously, like, if your kid's at an age where he's like 12, 13 years old and he shows talent in the game, then yeah, sure, you can explore that, but explore that option. But we are waiting on these players to come in to this game
and it seems that they are going to just be handling it up, setting up some stuff. Personally, do you have any like personal preferences when it comes to like when you are starting a game, when you're about to start a game? Do you have like different layouts for your buttons, your bindings?
Yeah, so I think that's one thing that Fortnite has done well, is that everyone has different bindings and enjoys it differently. Me personally, I have Q as my ramp, I have E as my platform, I have my mouse wheel down, so I scroll my mouse wheel down for my wall, and it's just I use T as my trap button, I use N as my pyramid button, I use my mouse button Z on my bottom mouse button to edit walls. It all comes down to personal preference. At the end of the day, I'm a person that I have my keyboard at a diagonal angle.
You play like that.
In opposed to vertical or horizontal, I prefer it at a slight angle, just due to like I tilt my wrist at a certain position, which probably ain't gonna be good for me when I'm 50. I'll probably have arthritis in my wrist.
I think a lot of us are gonna suffer.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing. It's good being a gamer. It's fun, but it's painful at the same time.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, there's lots of different stuff. I have my mouse at a certain distance between my keyboard and my hand positioning and stuff. But we are heading into the game here for our 4th game in this tournament. It is the finals on the Friday here. 25,000 dirhams on the line as we head into this one.
4th game of the day, and it's going to be a really interesting one here coming in. Passing by Tilted Towers is going to be prime right now. On to Salty Springs, if I'm not mistaken. Might actually drop by there. So what do you think about these drops here? Everyone now deploying their umbrellas?
Yeah, obviously, so they've jumped out of the battle bus. Kind of standard procedure here. They're all flying into their preferred zones. We're actually seeing Prime change his position that he's going to. Actually, no, he is going to head over towards Paradise Palms. I thought he wasn't for a second there. Heading over towards that racetrack. And we've already seen Teeqzy pick up an early kill as well. So a little bit unfortunate for that opposition player that he did end up having a fight with. But Payamz, pretty much standard stuff. Landing over towards Pleasant Park again. We've seen him land here out of the 4 games. He's got 6 impulse grenades to work with as well, but it's still early stages of the game.
Look at how fast they work, you know, immediately they just put it onto slots that they feel familiar with, that they feel comfortable with, and this just goes to show that that level of muscle memory that they have, the level of understanding of the game, and the fact that it just becomes pure muscle memory. You pick up something, you immediately adjust it, and boom shakalaka. They're going to be in very interesting spots here coming in. So we do see now that Tilted Towers is going to be onto Teeqzy here. What do you think about this?
Yeah, he's already on 2 kills, so he's having fun. He's got a lot of loot to work with now due to the fact that I think he's eliminated both players that were in Tilted Towers. And Tilted Towers, we know how good it is. You said you land there, I land there a lot as well. It's full of loot. There's so many different chests you can find. Usually a lot of legendary and rare weapon drops in there as well. So he's going to be looking in a great position here for the later stages of the game, to say the least.
Like for me, one of the reasons why I like dropping onto Tilted Towers is not only because of the amount of weaponry that's available. I do like the fact that there's so much resources and a lot of verticality. And when you're on the early stages of the game, verticality is a very good resource to have in that sense. Mainly because that everyone is just scrambling to look for a weapon, and they're not actually looking for they won't have enough resources to get to your level of verticality.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people land on the apartment buildings within Tilted Towers, or on that middle big grey tower, or on the clock tower, for example. Due to the fact that there's chest spawns there, you get that early chest, you'll kill the people that land up there with you because they haven't got a gun, and you can peek out and look over the top and not have to waste any materials whatsoever. If anything, you gain materials from knocking your way down through the floor into the actual apartment building itself. So It's everyone has their own playstyle. Like I said, I think that's why Fortnite's so good. It's so diverse, and everyone can play to their own comfortability. You see, Risky and Payamz are two players that play very aggressively. We see them charge into a lot of gunfights, whereas there's a couple players that prefer the more patient approach, like Clipper, for example. We saw him in that first game that he won, just really chill out, let the gunfights unfold in front of him.
And sometimes it's always good to just maintain that patience, mainly because that, yeah, you may not be able to get the same amount of kills if you play aggressively or you rotate aggressively, but because you're able to stay safe, you're able to get a higher positioning, and most importantly, if you're able to catch on to teams that are not wary or play other players that are not wary, then you can just third-party people very easily.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's I think third-party is a brilliant tactic that a lot of people use, because not only that, you don't have to use half of your resources or half of your materials at all, because you've got another player that can do that for you. So I think if you can get you can get the good diversity between third party and knowing when to challenge and knowing when not to, you can really pack up a lot of kills from that.
And sometimes it's all, I mean, like, tactical retreats is always really important as well. Sometimes you just need to know when you can take the fight. You just need to know what the limits are of your abilities. Not to say don't believe in yourself and don't challenge yourself, but oh, it seems that there's going to be a fight here, and it seems that he's going to get taken down. Prime now gets taken down.
I think that's why you mentioned the tactical retreats point, which I think is a very good and valid point. But I think that's why players like Ninja, players like Teeqzy, players like Teeqzy, who are very, very good players in the game, because we've seen them play other battle royales. They're all ex-H1Z1 pro players, and they all used to play, I know Ninja used to play PUBG as well. In that more veteran style of a battle royale, you haven't got the building mechanics to work with. You've got to know where your natural cover is, you've got to know when to rotate out, and when a scenario is not going your way, right? And having those three players who are kind of the spearhead of the community, in Teeqzy, Teeqzy, and Ninja, they've all played veteran battle royale games, so they know when it's a good time to take a fight or not. And having that added building mechanic to outplay someone, that's just playing into their advantages.
It is. And sometimes when you play, I mean, in games like this, the problem with it is that when you have the factor of RNG and sometimes not knowing where enemies are going to be coming from, you have to play not only to your strength, but you have to also know your weaknesses, in the sense that if you can't rotate as fast, then you have to actually try your best to basically improve on those rotations and catch off members in really odd positions. And because of the building mechanics within Fortnite, a lot of times we see players, just really good players, just losing, mainly because that they just get caught off in a bad position.
Yeah, speaking of a good player, Teeqzy right now trying to shoot out the buildings above him where there is an opposition player. He does get tagged in the back immediately. The 90's coming into play. A bit of a build-off going down here. The 1x1's going straight out, trying to take height advantage onto each other here. Teeqzy doing a great job of building those 1x1s up here to try and gain that height advantage. And I can't stress enough, I sound like a broken record every time I say it, but height advantage and having the superior high ground is so important in the game of Fortnite. As Teeqzy, he finds our game number 2 winner, Quid. As Quid doesn't put that trap down, it doesn't get off in time, as Teeqzy does eliminate him and take the trap out as well. Brilliant play from Teeqzy. 3 kills on the board already.
Teeqzy now dropping Quid, and it seems that that's going to be a very good spot for him. A very good start for him here. Coming in onto the side of Laimun Abdelali, excuse me. Trap here, very interesting. He's going to have a lot of steal here. Taps the ball coming in for Risky.
Yeah, Risky's in a brilliant spot. Look at the loot this guy has. He has, okay, you want to kind of improve that shotgun at the moment. He's only got a common, but he's got that golden scar, he's got the chug jug, he's got the redeploy glider, and he has the mini shields to work with as well. Not only that, he has 500 mats across the board as well on nearly everything, apart from the metal sitting at 389. You gotta say, Risky's in a brilliant spot to really do some damage in the later stage of the game.
I mean, he does. All I believe that he needs to do is just add a little bit more steel into his resource pool, and it's just going to make him a big factor to the later stages of the game. Whoa, look at that. Flips coming in for the side of Payamz.
Yeah, Payamz, and this is why the quad launcher is so good, but so bad at the same time.
Yes.
The fact that that is a quad bike and it can do something. He is rotated over the whole side of the other map without even touching the floor.
Oh boy.
As he's going to continue to rotate now. Teeqzy on the glider himself does use that redeploy that we mentioned to go ahead and rotate over. It looks like he's pushing towards Fatal Fields here. there was one player inside Fatal Fields. That is Lai Moon. You'll be interested to see if he's going to let the pop that rift to go and get himself out of there as well. As this is kind of that stage number 2 where you're going to start to see a lot of gunfights unfold because the rotations are coming into play with that storm shrinking.
And the thing is, and you see that Risky now going to be very interesting spot here as Teeqzy now comes in, looks for the bill. It might be a very interesting spot. Teeqzy now in a little bit of trouble here as he tries to go for the shots onto the enemy on the third party here. Oh, a little bit of fights here, goes down for the count, and that's going to be over. RPG as well as blue weapons here for him, but he's going to be pressured.
Yeah, he did a great job there of knocking that player's build out. He tries to actually edit. He gets a little bit lucky.
Ooh.
There's a beautiful RPG shot, takes 116 damage off. Now, he wants to try and take this roof here. What he wants to do is he wants to get his pickaxe or his gun out, shoot it out, and use that quick flick just like that as I was explaining it. He takes out Risky. Beautiful stuff. He goes in with a bang.
All right, some beautiful stuff here. He does have quite a bit of ammunition here, which I feel is going to be insane. I do like the fact that in terms of, I just like how he immediately respawned. The enemy in front of him just built up with a nice little edit, and he immediately just threw the rocket in, and it was just hard times for him.
Well, yeah, what you saw is you saw him get the height advantage. You see him take that wall. He jumps through with the edit, and he takes Risky out like he's not even there. Now, Teeqzy, 5 kills. With his name, shooting out those RPGs once more. He's trying to tag up another opposition player as Lai Moon, somehow still alive, with 1 kill to his name. Back to Payamz. I think he's actually spotted a player just slightly east of him. I'm not too sure who that is, as there is 22 players remain left in this game, and Teeqzy, he's having a monster game right now.
Yeah, he is having a monster game here. A little bit of verticality here as he's going to be building up to move on to the top of this hill. Looking forward to seeing what kind of fights is going to be transpiring as the game progresses. Whether or not they'll be meeting the other influences, whether on the way to the final few circles or at the final few circles. Because it's always great to meet some of your friends in the final few circles.
Yeah, Teeqzy now has spotted 1 player inside of this building. Gonna go ahead and try. Oh, he's using that SMG, that P90 to brilliant use here. That compact SMG, it fires so many bullets so quickly. It has 60 bullets in the magazine. He finds the shotgun pump there after the successful RPG shot. Teeqzy, he finds another shotgun pump. What a beautiful double kill that is out of him. 7 kills to his name. He is yet to even be hit in these gunfights. He's got the world of resources to work with. All the minis you can hope for, all the health you can hope for, and he's got that campfire and redeploy as well.
Very rainbow colored in terms of his weapon choice here. I do like the fact that he does have a good amount of uncommons and rares in his arsenal. And I do like also that he does have tons of resources, making fighting for him very easy.
Yep, Teeqzy is going to go ahead and rotate out, and he's playing with such confidence. Shoots out this 1-by-1 here.
Oh boy.
That player's going to drop down. He takes 100 damage. 23 shotgun pump there as well, as he knows this player has no shield left. Now, we're going to start to see the engagement come in, but I love that from Teeqzy. He knows that player's got to move. He's just going to continue to shoot those buildings out. Shoots the SMG, flicks to the shotgun. Lai Moon, see you later, my man. 8 kills for Teeqzy. As he's looking here for a double-digit game.
I love how Teeqzy's just making it so easy. He makes it so flawless. The way he edits, the way he moves, the amount of pressure that he brings to the table. Just too much for the average player to handle.
Yeah, Teeqzy now. 8 kills to his name. Gonna rotate over towards that zone. Try and get a few more kills on the board. There's 1 minute 30 until this zone moves once more time. He's in a brilliant position here. Now Payamz is going to go ahead and spot 1 in that hamster ball. He's going to elect to chase him with the quad launcher, I think. He's going to rotate out.
Oh boy, the quad launcher now goes for the flip. Of course, really forces to always go for the flip. Oh, but no. Teeqzy right now spots him out from outside the circle. So this is going to be very interesting to see.
Yeah, Teeqzy there, not doing any damage to the player himself, but tagging up that hamster ball. He's going to go ahead and rotate his way out now over towards the northwestern side of this zone to really hug that gas line. Payamz electing to use that redeploy glider and put his way in towards Retail Road. He has got 1 opposition player here with him. And Teeqzy's in a brilliant spot. Not only has he got 8 kills, he has got near enough 1,500 max right now to work with. So the later stages of the game, in any fight he gets into, there's not going to be a problem for resources for him.
Resources is definitely not going to be a problem for him, mainly because, like you said, 1,500 in terms of resource pool that he has, almost 500 of each. He still, I mean, wood is very easy to get. It's a very common pickup here, and I do like the fact that, I mean, it's just so easy for you to just stock up on wood. But the fact that he has 500 brick as well, 500 iron as steel, that's just going to make sure that the durability of his buildings is definitely going to stand out. But look at that! Inferno Clipper getting taken down. Teeqzy showing what's up.
Yeah, Teeqzy is what we like to call in the community cracked. He's playing absolutely out of his mind, out of his skin right now. As he's not even stopping to just chill out for a second. He wants more kills. 9 to his name at the moment. I wish there was a damage statistic that we could see after the game as well, because he spots yet another player. He's going to shoot the RPG into that building.
Beautiful stuff there coming in, and it seems that more and more pressure is going to be coming in from Teeqzy. Teeqzy right now following up with the building, and look at the amount of verticality that he gets just in the blink of an eye, while the enemy in front of him here looking towards holding out this position. This is going to be very bad if they don't play this one. Oh.
He actually gets tagged up. So Teeqzy now, for the first time, we have seen him at a disadvantage in a gunfight. What does he do? Puts that campfire down. Here comes the minis as well, doing a great job of using all those resources, getting them off. Now, as soon as this mini goes down, he's going to edit his way out and try and build up and take the height advantage once again.
Nicely done. He gets the height advantage again. Might edit his way out. Nice edit out. And look at that, the speed that he plays at. This man is a beast.
He is going to edit that building, tries to find that shotgun pump. That player does take the platform. Teeqzy takes the platform back. Beautiful stuff from Teeqzy.
Teeqzy, what is up?
Yeah,
10 kills.
What a great play there from Teeqzy. As not only does he take the platform, he loses the platform, he retakes it back, edits it out, finds the shotgun pump, finishes him off with the SMG. 10 kills left. He wants the other 10 in the game as well, as there is just 10 people remain, disincluding Teeqzy here, as he has still got all the resources to work with.
Retail row is where the final battle is going to be held at here, so there's a lot of real estate for them to work with, and there will be a lot of opportunities for him to actually stock up back onto wood as well as other resources. He does have quite a bit of resources. Go for that chug jug. So this is going to be a very good place for Teeqzy to be at. Meanwhile, Payamz looking towards moving into retail row from the other side.
Yeah, what you saw there was Payamz. He edits himself all the way down. He scouts out for a little bit. Nothing's there. What does he do? Jumps back straight in. Edits his way back up to the top so he can get a little bit of high ground to peek out from a more aerial point of view. He's actually going to run into Teeqzy soon. So I'll be interested to see how, I'm not too sure if Teeqzy spotted Payamz is just behind him, slightly southeast.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see whether or not they will be able to spot each other out, or may they be the last two in this game. We shall see. It's still down to 11 players in total here. The final few circles are ringing in. Oh, there goes the RPG. Right, beautiful stuff right there with the pump shotgun. Oh, 100 damage there. And boom, shakalaka in the face. 209 damage immediately goes down. There we go. Teeqzy with his 11th kill of the game.
Yeah, Teeqzy doing a brilliant job. He's playing at such an aggressive pace. What he's doing is he's using that compact SMG as sort of like a barrier breaker, right? He's just spraying it fully auto, 60 bullets in at a time. And from there, he's just constantly walking forward. So at one point, he is going to go ahead and push himself through. Now, the edits coming in from Payamz. Just finally, we're going to see these two players go head-to-head. Teeqzy versus Payamz. I've been waiting for this matchup in this game for a long time.
I really like the fact that as soon as he launched out that rocket from the RPG, he immediately built behind it as soon as that rocket passed through. And that's just speed right there. He knows for a fact that there will be an opportunity for the enemy to return fire. So as soon as he throws out the RPG and the enemy is suppressed, he builds up that wall.
Yeah, there are multiple people here in and around this doghouse that we like to call it at retail row. Teeqzy trying to use that RPG to shoot his way out and get a little bit of vision on any of these plays. He has got one player just above him east. That is Payamz, sorry. He's got a player very close. He does get hit from the shotgun and... Oh, watch this on Teeqzy. He's going to edit it.
Oh!
No! He gets taken out. We're not going to see. We actually saw the trap come in from the opposition player. Oh, no. Take the L, Teeqzy. Just take it, my man. There's one shot. finds the trap kill onto him, and now he has got all the resources to work with. 2 Rifter goes, multiple minis, multiple big pots as well, as we are going to start to see this final engagement unfold. 9 players remain here. The circle is going to move once again within the next 19 seconds.
Very good stuff here being shown. Immediate verticality here being taken up by Payamz. Payamz right now does have himself in a very good shot, very good place here. 1 shot right now on the bottom side. Not good in terms of verticality here, but he does have a crazy amount of loot because he takes away Teeqzy.
Yep, we are going to wait to see how this one unfolds now. Payamz just checking there's no one being that sneaky beaver floating up and around and above him. He is going to spot one. He's actually rifted in a hamster ball, I think. I'm not too sure what that was up there. It looked like a hamster ball in midair. As we have to wait and see. Payamz still in and around this doghouse. We've not really seen him move at all in this game. He's rotated slightly over towards these diners now. Trying to still use that height advantage to get a little bit of vision. There's 1 shot. He's going to obviously rotate as well. And this is why Retail Row is so good but so bad. There is no natural cover for you to run on and get behind inside of that car park. Those trees there, they can be shot twice and be taken out.
Yes, I agree. And in terms of other places compared to Retail Row, not much verticality unless you create it for yourself. And I feel that that could be a problem here. Now, Dynamite's now being thrown out. Very interesting to see how this is going to be actually working for him. He does manage to destroy some cover for the enemy team. 1 shot now in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, 1 shot. He's going to go ahead and try and get some vision on these players. Payamz still editing his way around, trying to do the damage. He spots one. He tags that player up. He takes 100% of the shield off. Now he knows that player is down to relatively low HP. I like the decision here. A lot of players would have edited their way down there and tried to chase the kill. He elects to keep the height advantage and just build his way across. This could go very, very well or very badly, I was about to say, because he could get shot down, but he has the redeploy glider. Immediately uses that, puts that 1x1 down. And there is 1 player who is just playing in that hamster ball that could get really, really annoying here for Payamz.
This can get really annoying here coming in from Payamz. Payamz right now getting that 1 shot. Will he be able to get the other one? There goes the bill. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get shot up. But did he just catch it with their own trap?
No. So what happened was Omar actually went ahead and put that trap down. Payamz actually found the flick onto him with that final bullet. Luckily, he smashes his way out with that pickaxe and he takes that trap out before it can get off and kill him. So, Payamz now, with his first kill on the board, he's going to rotate. 1 shot there also. Payamz, 1,300 materials to work with here. He's going to keep that high ground as this is beautiful play here. Putting all the resources down around him. He's got that. He knows he can get as high as he wants. He can go. He could build up another 6-7 platforms until the game doesn't let him anymore. He gets shot down. He's got the redeploy glider to just float his way back to a good level.
Well, he's got to be careful though that the amount of pressure is coming in, and they do have launchables that can put him in a very dangerous spot. He's got to be careful. Nice shot there coming in. And he takes that 1 shot. 1 shot! You get taken down. Teeqzy now will not be in vain here, as we're going to be seeing some action here coming in. Yo, this is going to be very interesting to see. Circle now closing up with 5 left onto the game here. 5 in total players. How will he be able to work this out? Circle now closing up, still maintaining his verticality here with the roofs as well as the bricks. He does have such a ton of resources here. Goes up to the sky and tries to shoot it out.
Yeah, I like what he's doing here in these final stages. He's standing right on top of a floor trap. If this player dives on him, the floor trap's going to kill him. What you're going to see from Payamz here is exactly what he's doing, more of the same. Keep that height advantage. You have got so many resources to work with. You've got the redeploy glider, and not only that, he's finding the shots. See you later, Mishu, my man, as Payamz is adding to that kill column. 3 players left alive now for him to hunt down as we are into the top 4 situation. You can see the stink bombs. I said they can come into real good use later on in the game. Brilliant play there. Puts those stink bombs down, forces that other player to reposition.
All right, now you were saying that that stink bomb definitely comes in very handy here. I do believe that this is going to be a very make or break here. It's going to be top 4. Payamz right now looking for a very good position. Now he does go for the verticality here. He has the amount of, he has so much advantages here as everyone at the bottom looking and struggling. We're trying to get up to his level.
Yeah, I think he might have a campfire as well. So if it gets to the point where it's a heal off, I think he might be able to put a campfire down. I'm not too sure if it was him that had a campfire. It might have been one of the other players. But we do see Payamz start to edit his way down now, building those platforms further and further down, trying to get some vision on this opposition player. I think he might have spotted one. He has, just through the bottom of that brick. It's a 1v1. He gets tagged up. He has no shield left to work with.
Oh!
He drops down. He finds the kill. What's going to happen?
He gets
Snowboy falls. Payamz picks up the kill. What a beautiful performance. He goes out with a bang.
Look at the fireworks there. Wow, that's just insane coming in the background. And wow, oh wow, that victory royale was insane coming in.
Yes, Payamz, finally he has got a win on the board. We've seen him play so well over the past 3 games. Finally, game number 4 is the game that he wins. Verily deserved. He played flawlessly. He took the gunfights he needed to take. He engaged the gunfights he needed to take. If he was getting shot at, he would just rotate out. You know, he would build around him. He would get those edits on. He played it fantastically.
The thing I liked about it the most was he was very patient at that last bit. Let's take a look at the highlights while we talk about it. That was just insane. He maintained that verticality. He made sure that, all right, everyone's fighting at the bottom. I have to make sure that I see at least 2 of them fighting at the bottom, and I third-party them. And immediately he just went down, and it was over for them.
Yeah, exactly. We're just going to see some of the highlights here as these players do get themselves ready for the next game. As you can see, it's all smiles around here.
All right, some big flexing of the muscles right there.
Don't want to mess with that guy.
Yeah, never.
This was actually the first kill of the game. I think it was Prime who gets taken down by Limoon. There's Teeqzy. What a game he had, man. 11 kills. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't pick up the win. He did fall just short. I think it was One Shot who actually picked up that kill. There's Payamz. He knows how to fly high.
Yeah, Payamz, the winner of that previous game, definitely. And it just goes to show that you have that quad bike, you're able to move from one point to the other so easily. Teeqzy there eliminating so much. I think if we were to make a highlight just of Teeqzy, it'll just be so much kills coming in for this particular game. Look at that.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, you're seeing a highlight reel right now. He's doing a great job of using that compact SMG to shoot through those builds and then take the shot with the shotgun when he needs to. And every time that someone was trying to build around him, he would just spray with that SMG, walk through the build, find the shotgun pump, spray, walk through the build, find the shotgun pump. It was repeat, repeat, repeat. He did it fantastically. He did it flawlessly. Unfortunately, he did get taken down to One Shot. I think this is going to be the kill here. You see the trap come in, actually. So a beautiful double trap play there from him. As this is where Payamz actually nearly dies. The trap just minusculely missing him there. As from there, he just had the resources, he had the height advantage, he dropped down when he needed to, and it was a GG from there.
This was just a GG here, and this was what I was talking about. As soon as Inferno Snowboy was down and out, he just came down and just finished the job, and it was easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah, exactly, but we are going to throw it over to the stage with our lovely stage host Summer and our reasonably good looking stage host Ahmed, as they got both players on the stage. Take it away.
Thank you casters, and we have a winner ladies and gentlemen. عندنا فايز.
ممكن نتعرف عليك؟
اسمي كريم، ان جيم نيم سنوبوي، فريق انفيرنو.
كلكم انفيرنو، شو السالفة يعني؟ كلكم اليوم فايزين.
احسن تيم في الامارات انفيرنو.
احسن تيم في الامارات. اوه بعد في عندكم لاعبين؟ عندكم بعد لاعبين ثانيين غير اللاعبين اللي شاركوا في البطولة؟
في واحد في السعودية وفي اوفر واتش تيم، بس كل فورتنايت تيم كلنا هنا.
كلكم موجودين.
شنو شعورك لما تلعب مع بطل؟ When you play with a pro player, how do you feel? And you played with a lot of them today.
I watch all pro players, Mangral, all EU players. I know their styles. WK, Teeqzy 11 kills. He's insane.
Saying 11 kills. Wow. What are your comments of today's game? Of course, you won also. So, what are your comments?
Actually, it wasn't me. I had until 11 kills, okay? But
no, I know.
So it was a pretty cool experience, you know. Actually, people were playing really good. Late game, really cleanly. He played really well. He told really good. So yeah, nice.
I want to ask you a question also about gaming, because I've had a talk with a few people from the crowd, and one of them actually asked me to ask you How did you get into gaming and then became a pro player?
Actually, I started since season 3, so I think it's 6 months ago on this game. And I was like playing with friends, first of all. Then I did some world records, so I thought that I could be a pro player, yeah. So yeah, I'm just playing with Teeqzy now, so yeah. Let's see. We need to see for the next few days, yeah.
Well, you're so humble. He's so humble, right?
أنا حابة-
Isn't he? How do you feel about the festival and about winning today?
Yeah, it's insane. I want to say you scored one shot, item shop.
كل اللي اقدر اقوله انه مبروك، تستاهل حبيبي، وان شاء الله نشوف لاعبين اكثر يفوزون معنا في البطوله، وخلنا الحين نروح حق فاصل ونرجع لكم بعد شوي. So let's go for a break and see you after the break.
إن شاء الله راح نرجع لكم مع فيفا. See you after the break.
نشوفكم بعدين.